Hey guys, whoops, whoa, hey, I'm over here.
Gotta adjust to the camera.
Yep, hey guys, welcome to Konsui Fighter Live, all news that is Konsui Fighter. My name's Logan, and of course I'm here with Shane, Sean, and Ellen, which she will be joining us a little bit later for the Gundam part of the stream. But hey, hello. Happy New Year.
Yeah.
It's been, I think our last stream
The holiday stream.
yeah, it was a holiday stream where we opened our fun gifts and stuff. It was a good time.
Yeah.
But we have a lot to go over today. So one thing you guys probably have, or one thing that I wanted to let you guys know is we will be doing a Konsui Fighter Live the first Saturday of every single month. So you will see us a lot more. We will also...
I'm like edging the camera over to Logan. We got to lean in more.
Okay.
Yeah.
Head's getting cut off.
So okay, let's before we even get into that.
We're a little
Well,
late.
yeah, first
The
let's...
technical difficulties.
Right,
today.
that's why we're
Okay.
also 20 minutes late.
So we got a new audio setup, which hopefully sounds a little bit better, although we're missing like one mic and probably some finer tuning of the leveling.
Yeah.
But we got a new audio setup, which hopefully should be a little more reliable and a little bit better quality. And then we unintentionally have a new camera setup today because for whatever reason, our normal camera we have set up for the streams decided to crap out trying to get everything set up.
Which
so
has
we
been
were
working for a
right
while,
for
so
months,
whatever.
years. So we were troubleshooting that, then trying to get the audio verified because like one of the mics apparently these do use batteries now, so one of them apparently was dead. Anyway, so it took a bit. We're here. We have a different camera that we're not used to using. Hopefully the
decent
like
from our
audio.
previous-
Oh yeah, I mean this is my phone. This
Yeah.
is my Pixel 6, so it's at least a pretty decent camera, but and hopefully the AV sync is okay. We didn't really get a chance to verify that,
Yeah.
so
Good enough.
it seems like it's probably okay. But yes, anyway, that is where we're coming
Yep.
from
Yeah. So
today.
it's like sorry for the 20-minute delay, but
Yeah.
just like every new stream, there's always technical difficulties.
Yep.
So, but anyway, so like I said before, yeah, we're gonna be doing Konsui Fighter Live the first Saturday of every month to get you guys get you guys more news on and updates of Konsui Fighter Live more frequently than typical.
Fairly regular basis.
Yep.
So, because we are at that last portion of the game. So,
Yep.
which we'll
get
into
into in a
that,
little
but
bit.
that's another reason why we're doing these.
Yep.
But every single stream, I posted the schedule until I think May, and so each stream we're going to do a different activity as well as giving updates on Konsui Fighter. So today we're doing a Gundam stream. I think next week I put a build stream, which I'm going to be building a Lego set because I have a bunch that I need to build.
Yeah.
I'm probably going to be building more Gundam. I just have
Yeah.
a pile.
Yeah. Sean has a crap load of Gundams.
Yep.
Shane has a crap load of Gundams.
I do.
I think
Yeah.
Ellen also still has a crap load of Gundams.
Yeah, and Eva's.
And Eva's. So yeah, and then I think there's one of the months we're gonna do a board game. So
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
which we have a plethora to choose
So many
from.
board
So I
games.
will need to
Yes.
we'll need to figure out which one. But
And make
Maybe
sure we
what
know
we
the
could
rules.
do is we could pull like 3 or 4 options
Oh,
and
yeah.
put a poll up
See if anybody
on
wants to
like
vote. Yeah.
Twitter and have people vote on what they want us to play. That'd be
Sure.
interesting.
Yeah.
seems like a smart idea. But
It'd be great if we could have like a top-down view too. But
Oh yeah.
We'll see.
We could set that up
Yeah.
with
we're
this.
we're
Yeah.
just
now,
gonna
just-
dangle a phone
Yeah.
on the
Right.
It would
Yeah.
work.
Fishing line.
Yeah.
I've
No,
thought
we
about
should be able to do like a tabletop tripod.
Or that.
uh,
That can actually
Pointing down.
That
right.
can do
yeah.
that.
Do
so.
this shallow. We can set up this. Hopefully we'll have our normal camera working by next stream so that this can be our secondary. Because we were actually getting this set up to be our close-up cam.
Yeah. for the
But
Gundam.
we're going to have to just hold things close for it to be our close-up cam today. But yeah.
Cool.
Oh, well, anyways, that's our introductions. So let's go ahead and get on to beta.3.
One day.
1.3.
Yeah.
Dot 3 was a win.
I will say that the
Well,
camera's in the way of
yeah,
the
it is.
Yeah,
on my screen.
yeah. Yeah, so beta 1.3, I think in our last holiday stream, we actually talked a little bit about our progress on that and the fact that we had pushed kind of a preview
Yeah.
to the store.
This has been delayed a bit, but we've made some good progress.
Yeah, so
And holidays.
there's a preview of 1.3 in the store, but we're basically down to hopefully the last week to wrap this up and get it out to the store. So
All the last testing, basically.
yeah, the release certification and stuff. So one of the big things that is part of 1.3 is the new core training modules, which Ellen put together all the scripting work for. And Sean has kind of like put together an engine.
Right.
And
Most of the work is over there.
I don't know about
I
that.
copy paste for the most part.
But yeah, and we have the first 4. They're probably the most like in-depth modules out of all of them we're going to do, because the remaining subset are all character specific.
They're also fairly advanced mechanics.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So yeah, you've got your basics, special attacks, advanced like offensive techniques, and techs, which are more like defensive or counteracting techniques. And we're wrapping up the last few bits of the refinement on the text module now. There's a lot of topics in there. So
Well, and I don't know if we want to cover it, but we found some nice little like gameplay tweaks that we want to address.
yeah,
in a later
based on
version.
kind of, well, yeah, so there's some changes we made to things like how blocking mechanic is invoked, that now for things like snap blocking, we have to account for some of the changes there.
Or
and
even
things like
the
that.
cross-up stuff we talked about last.
Right, there's
night.
some refinement to the cross-up
So
logic.
this is all good progress we're making.
Right, isn't it weird how this stuff comes out when you're
Well,
doing the like training?
Right,
It's good,
that's
though.
the
Like,
point.
Tutorial
Is
bits, and
yeah,
you're like, wait a minute.
Right.
This could be a little bit.
Well, and it's part of it too. Also comes down to like how we're conveying the mechanics.
Yes.
Like making sure you're not conveying in a way that gets like the player in one mindset that maybe isn't entirely
Quite right.
like what it encompasses. So
Yeah.
that's a lot of the refinement. Is like, okay, well, we know how these mechanics work, but like,
How do you
what's
explain-
the best way to explain it? And you got to think about like explaining it to someone who's relatively new to the
New,
genre, or someone that is familiar, and finding that good balance of like introducing the topic and kind of like dropping the seeds of like the details for the people that are more accustomed to those mechanics, so they understand how the system's configured. But anyway, so we're wrapping that up. Also, I guess some of the other big features in 1.3, the story mode now has the addition of chapter 4, Yasu's chapter. There was a bunch of music work and scripting work done for that, so that's all in there. We have done, and I don't know that, or we may have slightly mentioned this during the holiday stream, I can't remember how far along we were at that point, but we've done a quality update pass on the visuals.
Yeah.
So
I think we mentioned.
yeah, so we made a change where we have a higher cap now on our Android resource limit, which was the main limiter.
And to be clear, we're not going crazy.
No, we're still using all of our compression techniques to keep the install size as compact as possible.
That gives us a lot more headroom on like audio and some of the visuals.
Right.
A little less compressed.
So yeah, so we've done a pass of the visuals. There's still a little bit more like quality work to be done there, but now you'll see that like there were a lot of areas where like colors were kind of like constrained, so there was a lot of dithering or things like that. Everything just looks a lot more rich in this version. We've resampled a couple of the different assets like stages and stuff to be a bit higher quality. There's still another tier up from that we're planning on doing like by release. But like this is a step in that direction. So the groundwork has been laid to where now when we do kind of our final polishing pass for the release version, we can just kind of like resample and bump in the,
Not to
the
mention
new content.
some of that underlying work will help for future stuff, like
Yeah.
supporting possibly other languages or
Right.
different things. So it makes some of
Yeah.
that easier. So yeah.
And we have updated some of the polishing steps for like the intro into the app and like loading
icons and things.
presentations.
Yep.
So there's an updated version of the Circean logo, engine logo, copyright screen. The splash has been updated to our new title screen, which is sourced from the end of our trailer. There is a new loader icon that's presented for the menu. There's been improvements to the loading presentation and like timeline for going in game.
The funny thing is, it didn't actually speed up that much, but we show the icon earlier now.
I mean, we did make a few changes
Sure.
to speed it up a little bit, but yeah. And then like transitions to and from the menu have been added and stuff. The logo on the menu has been swept. So again, steps towards some of the stuff we've had planned for the final polish on the release. It just looks a bit fresher and updated now in some ways.
Country
So
fresh.
yeah. So yeah, that's all coming in 1.3. Keep an eye out on the Google Play Store. Just search for Konsui Fighter. If you're not already part of our early access program, you can find us there and check out our beta builds as we push them out, and that'll transition to full release when it goes live. And shoot us, any feedback on our social media channels, typically at Konsui Fighter or /Circean Studios, I think on YouTube. But yeah, that should be coming in the next week. And then we'll be moving on to 1.4. And I guess that's a good segue into releases. So we mentioned that we're shifting to like a monthly stream approach. So we're going to try like the first weekend of each month doing like an update stream and an activity on the second half. We're also going to use that as kind of a cadence to slicing up our like releases. So this will kind of be like our progress report to deliver a build push and talk about like what we did, what's in there. Now, unfortunately, we are kind of in the aspect of the process where there's a lot of things we're going to be working on that aren't visible in the build.
Yeah.
Characters you don't see until towards the end of the game that are normally locked. We're probably going to get into a territory where like some of the story won't be exposed toward the latter end and until release, and we'll be kind of reworking some of that behind the scenes, stuff like that. But we will still talk about like what it is that's going on behind the scenes, so you can kind of see what the progression is. But for us, it's kind of a goal to carve out what we're planning on getting accomplished in the next month and delivering that, even if it's non-visible in the build, it's still pushed and incorporated into the build. So we're going to be chopping that up that way. So traditionally where we've had these big, massive releases that have taken us like 6+ months, we're still tracking those as kind of like high-level phases, which we have 2 left, 1.4 and 1.5, which 1.5 is really release 1.0. And we're going to be kind of breaking those up into like month-by-month things. So I think there's going to be kind of a regular cadence of some stuff, like the character stuff. I think we're going to shoot for like probably 2 a month. So every 2 weeks we'll get like a character module together. I think that with
tutorial.
Right. Yeah. And with the number we have left, that's about 5 to 6 months worth of like getting the characters put together. And then, like story chapters will continue to be added. We have like 1 major character left to be built, which is Khan. We're going to be having quite a bit of detailed planning meetings around that. But the cadence is that we're going to kind of shift to that approach. So during the stream, we'll also be talking about what's next, what's in the next release. So some of the big things we're focusing on in the 1.4 release as it pertains to gameplay is the AI balancing and rework. So Sean's been working a lot on our AI tool. Where I know it's been a while, but we've talked about this in the past.
I think we showed it off once.
We did, and I think we'll probably show off the tool once it is kind of ready. But
I'm kind of cleaning up a lot of old code and getting it to work again. So because we had messed with it in a while.
But yeah, that tool is one, how we kind of script out what the AI can do, and 2, it allows us to kind of record its predictions and play them out and kind of balance and fine tune the numbers and stuff like that. So that'll be a big part of it. The gameplay adjustments we talked about, planning for Khan, and then we'll be getting into a concepting phase of building out his character.
A concepting
a concepting phase. I know there'll be a few I think like 2 attacks that will need a frame content from Jas for on him.
He's going to be a little trickier to assemble, but it is our last main character.
Yes. Yeah, and yeah, the usual ongoing soundtrack story, etc. So yeah, we'll have more detailed info probably as we progress about like the specific task, because I think that's what we'll get into is like we'll kind of break down like what our board looks like in the future like streams. But yeah, so lots to come.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Cool.
that's pretty much it for the updates.
Cool. And then some other updates. Believe I brought this up during the holiday stream, but Konsui Fighter Live is officially trademarked. So super cool about that.
You missed the other exciting news. We paid our taxes.
Yeah, I finished that yesterday.
Yeah.
Yep.
We're
I guess-
legal for another year.
Right. Yep, I've let the state of Kansas know that we are still a business.
Still operating.
So yeah, glad to get that done. I think this is the earliest I've ever gotten that.
I think it is, yeah.
So that was nice. But Circean Studios is also in the process of being trademarked.
Yeah.
And then we also have the logo that's under review, I think, and then one is almost published, I think.
Yeah.
So
Getting there.
for those of you who have never
Right.
done trademarks,
Boy,
Oh,
it's
man.
it's a ride.
The sad thing is, like, the
It's-
process itself is fairly easy. It just takes forever. And
It's really
expensive.
not that bad. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just, it's a chunk of money and like, yeah.
Yeah.
It's just slow.
Yep.
yep.
And we messed
Oh,
up
you-
one
you
form, so we had to
submit it, And
resubmit.
then they're like, "This is wrong.
Yep.
Do it again. Do you
Oh, no.
do it again?"
We
and
need
then
a
you send
timestamp on
it,
that
And then they're
screenshot.
like, "Well, this isn't right now." And then
Yep. We're getting there.
So,
Luckily, we only had to do it once, basically.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
So that's kind of the news, or that's the update with that part.
Yeah.
But other than that, I'm really excited to see, the game is just, it's looking really well. I have been testing it myself for the tutorials. So kind of to piggyback what you were saying before so like I do play some fighting games, but like I am not by all means like an expert in
You're not
like
competitive
technical,
on
right
Yeah.
as
Right.
far as like what they're called. So when they're like the
Do a
different
cross-up.
right a cross up, I'm like I don't know what that is.
Yep.
Welcome to my troubles in writing the
Yeah,
tutorial.
yeah.
So
Boy, that sounds cool, but I have no idea what it means.
right.
Yep.
So when I was
You did
at
good
least
writing.
Yeah.
so I was doing the
turned out
tutorial
really
like
good.
practice
Mhm.
because it's like, okay, well, I didn't write it nor had anything to do with it. So
Right.
like I would be a perfect candidate because
Yeah.
I'm just this new guy. And there's parts that I've learned that I was
Well,
like, I didn't know.
And in
Yeah.
our first pass, you found some bugs that we missed. So, yeah.
So the
This is why testing is important.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
but yeah, like holding down a move and then letting go
Yeah. Shadow
also.
buffer.
The
Yeah.
shadow buffer approach.
Yeah.
Yeah. So while this kind of like Logan does that as his job partially, like you do like preparing training and like all that kind of stuff. So he's kind of contributing that skill set to this and playtesting and offering feedback on all the training modules as well. So
Yep.
yeah, like each of us kind of has a role in prepping the training. Like I work with Ellen to outline it. She puts together the script. Sean assembles that script. I review it and make minor revisions or help implement some of the mechanics. Logan playtests it, offers kind of like an outside perspective on feedback and stuff, and we'll incorporate that in, and then that's what we're delivering. So it's been, I think, a really good approach to just get everyone to kind of contribute to a piece and
Yeah,
bringing that up.
teamwork.
Yep. So, yeah.
Family. Togetherness.
Tell us all about family, Vin Diesel.
And the cool part is the stuff you learn in our tutorial. It
Yeah.
applies through
A lot of games.
Oh, yeah.
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 games.
Because we've really, like, this game is partially an homage to, like, all the classic fighting series. So there's mechanics and concepts kind of pulled together from many different series to come together in a mechanical setup that we feel is a good fit. And
I don't know if we want to talk too much about it now, but we were even talking about last night ways we could improve this even more, maybe post-release, to add a lot more tools for players.
Oh yeah, well, yeah. So like, you know, we have like a free training mode. There's going to be kind of your traditional setup where you can put the AI into different modes. And yeah, we're kind of talking about like some of the different stats we could have as an overlay to display. And then because we've done all this gameplay encapsulation for network mode and AI forecasting and all that stuff, we have the ability to just record gameplay
and play it back.
So like, we're probably going to have a mode where you can turn on an overlay to see the frame data, hitboxes, and all that. And then maybe like capture and play back like the last so many seconds of training mode in like a replay mode. So like, if you want to turn on frame data,
Forza mode,
turn on frame data and like play out a certain attack combo or scenario with the training dummy, and then play it back maybe in slow-mo so you can see the precise interaction of the collision model and stuff like that. Like, we're probably going to open all that up. I mean, we have those tools for how we're balancing and testing things, so why not? You know,
why not offer that?
Yeah.
So yeah, you know, we're kind of, as Sean mentioned, like we're kind of gauging like how much of that is release 1.0 versus 1.1.
Yeah.
Because like at the end of the day, we want to make sure the core of the game is in people's hands.
And we want to get it out sooner rather than trying to get all these little features done.
So, you know, there'll be more, that'll be kind of part of our topic each month too, is like where the chips are falling on that, what makes what build. But yeah. So Cool.
Well, that is our game update.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead, take a quick little break to grab all of our Gundams, and then we will come back and start building them.
And assemble.
Yep.
All right. Be right back, guys.
Ready.
My rage conquers all! Out of my way!
See you next time. Ready?
My rage conquers all!
Catch me if you can.
Ready. Time to step it up. Fight. Coming through. Break it down. It is time to strike. Knockout. A modest test of ability. Ready? I am fight. A modest test of ability.
Uh-oh. Oh no, I switched off the... Okay, I need to change that. Hi guys, we're in the dark now.
We're gonna build Gundams.
We're
in
gonna
the
build
dark.
Gundams in the dark for like
Challenge
2 hours.
mode.
There we go.
Yeah.
All right. So,
Yes.
Welcome back, us.
Welcome us.
welcome back, us.
Well, let's see. So what are we all working on? Let's start with Shane, and we'll move around.
Yeah, so I'm gonna try to... Oh man, the dust.
Yeah, we haven't done this in a while. Well, the construction
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
also affected
There's
it.
been some
Um,
renovating.
I'm gonna be continuing my perfect grade MK2, which I
How much
previously
have you
built.
gotten done?
Like
I
that?
think I got... Well, let's find out,
Yeah.
honestly, because
I don't know. You have a lot of sheets.
yeah,
It's like you have a lot
I
of-
know we left off. Yeah, so I think I've got the feet,
The inner
Well,
part
the
of
inner
the
part of the feet,
you have like a
and
chest or a head.
that's probably it. I'm pretty sure that's it.
Usually they have you start with
No,
the
I
head.
thought you had the head or the chest done.
I don't think so.
Maybe it was another one.
I thought you did that.
Yeah, I think.
You know what we
Oh
all
wait, have you completed one of these already?
Well, I've done other similar ones.
Yeah,
But
he has worked on other ones. I think he's just coming back to this.
yeah, because this is the last one I was working on in the stream. Yeah. Oh well, no. Okay, so the arms should have been
They must be
first.
floating
There
around.
must be. Yeah.
So okay, we'll find the rest.
Yeah.
We'll find the
It's a
rest.
treasure chest.
Anyway.
There, you'll find it.
Yep.
What else do we got going?
So Logan and/or Ellen found this one for me for birthday or Christmas. I can't remember. I think to them it was just cool looking, but it's actually from Full Metal Panic, which is a really good anime that I really liked, and I didn't know this existed, so it was a perfect choice. So I'm finally went to just build it. I had some other
it was
ones I needed
me
to
because
finish.
I literally bought it just because I'm like,
Yeah,
hey, this
yeah.
looks cool.
Yeah,
it was
it
me. I was the one.
Really
I deserve all of the credit.
The fact
Yeah,
that
yeah.
It wasn't a Gundam.
Okay, this is really bizarre.
Good choice by
I
accident.
don't see
You lost
the
it.
arms.
You
lost
might have it sitting out somewhere. I don't know why though.
I don't know.
I mean, you can at least continue, but you're gonna need those.
Yeah,
Some point.
Nope, it is a.
that's really
is a-
bizarre.
Armless robot.
Yep. Damaged.
Yes.
Logan, what are you doing?
All right, so for me, I'm working on
Schwarzreiter.
Gundam Schwarzenbergen.
Schwarz.
Schwarzenrider.
Reiter?
Schwarzenrider. I
just
don't
like
know.
to say it
I don't
like
know.
that.
So I don't really know anything about Gundams other than I just think they look cool.
Yep.
And this one's black and gold. So like
We should at least have him watch Wings sometime.
I think that's
Yes,
pretty
yeah,
cool.
yeah.
I think that's
And,
pretty easy to get into.
This is a
Considering
masked
that I'm-
second G mobile suit.
I think I figured it out, you guys. You want to see what the great solution to the mystery is of the feet? It's the arms.
Wow.
I thought this was an incomplete foot piece, but it's the
Shoulder.
arms.
Whoops.
To be fair,
interchangeable, right?
it's your first time building a perfect grade.
They're all
It's more
interchangeable.
just that I stopped mid-arm.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
the first thing I see, because I've done so many foot that have like this
Yeah,
heel-toe structure, so the first thing I saw was like, oh, that must be the foot that's not done.
No, it's just the
No.
arm.
He's gonna be
No.
doing a handstand.
Well, hey, you guys, this can also be
A
hat.
hat. God damn, I knew you were going to do that.
all right. And last but not least,
Yep,
Ellen.
I believe I got this for Christmas, but it is a
Yep.
Hello Kitty.
That was for me.
Yep. Which I have already finished the base Hello Kitty
Ah.
while Logan and I were watching Austin Powers.
Mhm. I would like it. I mentioned to her, I was almost tempted. They had a Zaku, two Zaku versions with different colors, but I figured the main Gundam, because that is technically this Gundam as well.
So Hello Kitty will be watching it.
Yes. And I also like how you can have the helmet separate or just like the mini mech. So yeah.
Yeah, I'm in the middle of building the little mech
Yeah.
now. Since I've
It's a fun
finished
kit.
Hello Kitty.
Yep. Cool.
I love that it also on this box it says there's no cutting or gluing required. However, I do not understand how you cannot use screw cutters on this. Like I tried kind of like twisting the pieces off or like popping them.
No.
No. That's not gonna work.
I guess I did start this one before. I have a chest and a head.
Yeah, I was going to say, I thought you had done that
I
one.
couldn't
at least
remember.
once.
I have
Hey, I have a foot and another piece.
Okay,
Yeah,
so wow, I really did not get far on this at all, did I?
there
It takes
is
a lot for
There's a
perfect grade.
surprising amount of stickers for this build.
Oh yeah. Huh.
Like it's supposed to be for kids, but oh my god,
Well, they have those tiny hands, so they'll be great.
they have little hands. Smell like cabbage. But for the little dude, I have the chest.
So-
I am like really baffled.
I think I also mentioned, but have you ever seen the what is it? The cup noodle models?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's hilarious. It's entire cup noodles. Like you put in some of the little bits, and the outside is its own thing.
right.
All right. So, okay. So I'm working on the other.
I also bought a pair of Tamiya
Yeah.
screw cutters. But the ones I have are not like low profile,
hmm
so the
Wow.
cutting edge is huge.
Sadly, I left my god hands at home. I think so. These will have to work.
These will have
Okay, so I literally only got to step
Oh, yeah.
3.
Step 3.
That doesn't make it. I must have started this on a stream where I finished something else.
Yeah, I think
There's
so.
no way that I only got
That
through
hard.
a part of a page in a stream. Because there's not that many steps to this.
So I don't want to lose this piece, but this is a knife that he can carry in his mouth.
interesting.
It's part of the
Okay.
series. He'll like carry it in his mouth and like whip it out.
Yeah, whip it out, all right.
Yep.
Well, I have. So I have the arms, the head, the torso, and a leg. And now I also have a foot.
The way you read that reminded me of a Card Against Humanity card.
Which one?
What is it? Something the Gooch.
Oh
Fleshy
yeah,
fun
the
bag.
fleshy fun bag. The Grundle.
The,
Yeah, yeah.
The taint, the grundle.
The fleshy fun bag.
I could use one of.
Yes, I will get you.
Oh, give me a clipper.
Yeah.
These tweezers are bent on the tip.
Oh yeah.
So I'm gonna try to snip off
We have a needle nose if it's gonna be better.
the screwed bit.
Oh, you're chipping it. Oh. Should
All
get
right.
it in the eye. I guess you have glasses.
You know what I should really do? I should probably mark where I leave off.
Maybe.
I'm assuming that I'm on that one.
Okay, so
Right?
it should be on the arms.
Cool. Well, we're just gonna assume it's that one.
Yeah.
This is
So his knife will go there optionally.
okay. So I'm on the left.
That looks
Okay.
It's kind of silly.
Okay.
looking.
like obscures the whole
We
thing.
found out where we
Kinda,
are.
yeah.
All right.
It looked cool in the anime.
Right. It
B.
usually always does.
A and G.
Don't you have a Tachikoma?
Yes.
The Ghost in the Shell Tachikoma?
I think so. So I have one that's okay. There was another like kit I was thinking of buying that's more detailed. Because they have ones from different like series, like the show or the movie, because they changed designs slightly. But yeah,
I'm not a huge fan of the Tachikoma because it's part of the series.
sure.
Wasn't it standalone?
So it was in the original movie as well, but it only had like a short bit. But yeah, they redesigned it for the series, and the series they can like ride in them and stuff, and they have like a whole like kind of comedy routine. They
Right,
do.
I was gonna say
Yeah.
it was like a hee tee comedy type
Kinda,
character.
yeah.
And I'm like, I don't like this.
One thing that's funny with the Tachikoma
I
is
like my Ghost in the Shell to be dark and
well, the funny thing is the manga has a lot of humor in it too, but
Oh, does it?
yeah, a little bit. It's like the main commander guy.
Yeah.
They make fun of him. They call him like Monkey Man because he has kind of like a monkey look.
He does.
Yeah.
He has a bit of a
So there's a little more like tongue in cheek, like teasing him.
yeah.
But yeah, it also still has all the serious
Very
parts.
serious, yeah.
Yeah. It's still a good manga. I need to read through the rest of it someday. There's one scene in particular that always just I thought was hilarious and stuck in my head. There's these like corrupt politicians, of course, because it goes in the shell. They're talking, and like one of their maids is there in like a one-piece bikini or something, and like it shows one scene where it's behind the maid, and of course it's just her ass, and it's stamped on her as like property of blah blah blah. Like wow.
Yep. Those selective
Yeah.
camera angles. I'm well aware of those.
Yeah.
But
Well,
at work,
it's
we for a certain account, we have to come up with an account name, and it's referred to as our villain name, which is you just either make one up or you use a current villain name of some
Sure.
superhero comic or whatever. So
Mhm.
somebody's like, I looked on. There's like a list of ones that are already taken, so
Yeah.
you don't try to request that one. So there's like Venom and Red Skeleton or
Oh,
whatever,
yeah.
and a whole bunch of other ones.
You start getting into really obscure ones at some
Yeah.
point.
There were several anime ones which I was
Nice.
I was surprised about, and one of the ones I thought to use because you have to put 3 in
Mhm.
just in case any one of them is already taken.
Mhm.
I was thinking about one of them being a Puppet Master
Oh yeah.
from
Nice.
Ghost in the Shell. So
Which kind of wasn't the bad guy,
no,
but he definitely killed
but he
people.
had like a villainous sort of
yeah.
at the beginning anyway.
Yep.
So I was like, oh, maybe I'll do that one. Nah, it's just kind of.
Do you remember his project name?
Oh my god.
Yeah. I do because I had it as my computer startup sound for a while. Way back.
Poison off something.
Yep.
Oh.
Project 2501.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
But yeah. I had like that clip from the movie as like my computer startup sound for a little bit. It's cool. At least teenage me thought it was real.
Right.
yeah, but it's not cool anymore. So.
I would totally do it.
I mean, elder teenage me
Mm-hmm.
named my PC after a term in a manga.
Uh-huh.
It was XXX Holic.
Yeah, I love that.
Right, and I named it Hitsuzen,
Mhm.
which is an actual word in Japanese.
Yeah.
But they assign to it.
Yeah, it's probably might be a simple contraction. They use that a lot.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's what I was.
Triple X Holic is interesting because that also like jumps around to a lot of their series.
Right.
Yeah.
It's a cross. At one point, it crosses with Tsubasa.
Mhm.
So Reservoir Chronicles.
Yeah.
I think I have
That studio is great. Are they still around?
Clan.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Yeah, that's sad.
I was flipping through Netflix the other
Yeah.
night.
As one does.
Adding stuff to my list that I will most likely never watch.
Yep.
And I came across Capture Sakura,
Nice.
and
I was a big fan of Chobits.
oh my god,
Yep.
that was so good.
Yep.
That just made me think of the intro song.
Yeah.
Let me be with you. And
Copyright.
Logan was like, "Oh, you should play it, then see what the intro, like the opening song is."
Mhm.
And so I played it, and it's not the WB one. It's the original Japanese.
Sure.
So it's not like the. How does it go? Logan?
Secrets of the
There
clown.
we go.
It's all the
Here we
mystery.
go. Yes, beautiful.
Nice.
He knows it by heart. But
He gets it. He
Yeah.
knows because we saw it the other day.
but that was made by Clamp.
Yeah. The other thing I thought was cool about Clamp is I think they were mostly women.
Yeah, it was an all. That's
Yeah.
what I was telling Logan. I'm like, this Clamp was a all-female animation studio
And they had an awesome style.
and manga studio.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they did. I think they were the ones that really pioneered the like Bishonen.
Yeah.
Like, the really handsome.
They definitely did that a
men,
lot. Yeah.
sorta. I'm like, so most of theirs are like handsome guys.
Yeah.
And like romance and stuff.
And like even like Triple X Holic, they had like these weird lanky bodies, but it still kind of worked.
They knew aesthetics really well.
Yeah.
Yeah. The bounds with which they could push and.
Mhm.
But yeah. Yes, that's what I was gonna bring up was Clamp and the
Nice.
all-female one, and I don't think that they are a thing, or
That's
if they
sad.
are, they haven't
Yeah,
made
I'd have to
stuff
look it up.
in a while. Now I'm curious. Now that you,
Yeah. Are you looking at?
yeah,
Okay. Yeah, I've been reading a lot of manga recently. I've caught up a little bit on a couple shows. I'm still really behind.
I honestly had a lot of Clamp manga.
Yeah. I need to read. Like, I got decently far into Triple X.
Yeah, it was four
Right.
women.
Oh, okay.
Nanase Osawa, Mokona, Tsubaki Nekoi, and Sasaki Igarashi. Founded in 1987.
Yeah. That's about right.
Okay, so this goes like so.
Do you remember RG Beta?
Mm,
I remember that one.
I don't know if I-
Notable works by Clamp include X.
X 1999 and
Dude,
X.
I have that somewhere on VHS.
Mm-hmm.
That movie,
Oh yeah.
and I know they made it into a series.
You should watch both. The series is very different.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
They take it in a whole different direction.
I love
Yeah.
the movie.
I didn't finish the series, but like yeah, we were big on it when it came out.
I think
And
that's why I like kept away from the series
Yeah,
because
yeah.
I'm like, it's nothing like the movie. This
No.
is stupid.
but it's an interesting take on it because
Yeah.
like it's like an alternate reality thing. So yeah. Plus they go in more depth in some of the story.
But it was also because it's just freaking beautiful.
Oh yeah.
And
That-
it's also violent.
Yes.
Which is,
That kind of started my theory around that time. Like if the world's gonna end, it's gonna start at Tokyo Tower.
yes, that's exactly. That's the first thing where I ever learned because it's like consistent across a lot
Oh
of
yeah.
different
Especially at that time.
manga and anime.
Yeah.
Is Tokyo Tower is going to be the center of
Or the only thing standing.
everything.
Yeah.
Like if there's anything bad that's going to happen, it's
Mhm.
going to be there.
It's been beat to
Tokyo Tower. Yeah. I didn't even know any landmarks in Japan except for that one right after that.
I was a little disappointed I didn't visit it when I went, but next time.
I mean, it's a tower.
Yeah.
You know, it's a thing.
Don't worry.
There's bigger towers now.
According to anime, it's not going anywhere. So.
Yeah.
Magic Knight Raiders,
Oh yeah. I always wanted to watch more of that.
Cardcaptor Sakura.
Yep.
And its sequel, Cardcaptor Sakura Clear Card.
Yes.
That was
I
2016.
think there was multiple offshoots of Cardcaptor.
Rabbit.
Chubby.
That one.
Yeah.
was-
It's
It's so cute, but it's so heavy.
yeah, it gets really dark at some point.
Yeah.
Whoa, this is really heavy, Doc.
Yeah.
There's that word again, heavy. Is there something wrong with the Earth's gravitational pull?
XXX Holic and Tsubasa Reservoir.
So was that kind of their last thing?
10 and 11.
Yeah, I gotta say these clippers are working pretty well.
I mean, the set is not bad for the
No,
Yeah, that
price.
was it.
that's sad.
Yeah, it was. Our last thing was in 2016.
Hmm.
And that was Cardcaptor's clear card.
Yeah, I wonder if they just got bought or something.
Uh,
And several of the ones that I picked up on,
Mhm.
like I picked up the manga for of Plum series, was ones that were never completed. Like they were halted in the middle of production. So I'm like, God damn it, I'll never see the end of it.
Yep, those really suck.
Yes. There was one specifically called Clover.
Yeah, I've heard of Clover.
Yep.
And the art is just stunning.
Mhm.
Absolutely stunning. And apparently it's very hard to get your hands on right now.
Hmm.
So don't come rob me, because I have all of the available volumes of it.
Nice. Oh,
And that's all they made.
I don't know if I mentioned to you, so I finally caved and started buying some digital manga and stuff,
Oh,
also to support industry and whatnot. So
digital?
yeah, digital.
Like they have them like you
Officially,
get 'em
yeah.
online?
Yeah. So
Wow.
this one company called Bookwalker.
I'm old school and I like to have a book in my hand.
I honestly do too, and I might still buy some of these physically, but it was a good price, and I'll have all of it.
Yeah.
And I gotta say, like I've done like their web reader, and it's like super crisp images, so it looks amazing on my Surface. But yeah, Bookwalker is a sponsor of like one of the podcasts I watch.
Not our sponsor.
No. Yeah, I wish. But they're owned by Kodokawa, which is like one of the big publishers.
Yeah.
So they include a lot of stuff. So yeah, I got all of Spice and Wolf. I mean, like all of it, all the light novels, all the manga,
Oh,
like
wow.
two
whole
side series.
omnibus.
Yeah, it was like $200 or $300, but it was like almost
Everything.
50% off.
Yeah.
And the way they work, like you get credit towards future stuff.
Yeah.
So I just
It's
realized
like a
like
points program
yeah,
or
yeah.
something. Yeah.
I got a warning that like my points were gonna like go away. So I'm like, well, I better redeem
They
these.
better, yeah.
So I looked, I had like $200 worth of credit. So I bought like 4 or 5 other series
Hell
and
yeah.
then bought some more. So like I have a ton of stuff. Like I bought all of Air Gear because I love that.
Oh my God!
artist.
Wow.
Yeah, I'd have to pull up the list, but yeah, there's a bunch of other good ones I got. Yeah, so kind of worth it.
Yeah,
I've still been using another site to read most of the new stuff.
I'm
but
so old school.
Yeah.
I have to have a book in my hands.
well, the thing is, like, I have physical of some of them, like Air Gear.
Yeah.
But they're the Japanese ones, and I think
Oh,
they're out of
okay.
print now.
Yeah.
So there's no way.
Yeah.
But at
I
least
actually have the Japanese version of Gyo,
Mhm.
the Junji Ito one
oh yeah.
about the fish.
hmm
And it has like the scene where the shark busts through the door. So I have that one in Japanese. That was like a weird find at Half Price Books.
Wow. Huh.
It was back in the like back corner clearance section.
Hmm.
I just thought, well, I'll go check out what's over there. And
It can be worth it.
they had some manga and stuff, and I saw that. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me! A couple bucks for this? I'll
Yeah.
take it.
You don't know what you have.
Take my money. It might not be worth anything,
No, yeah.
but I love Junji Ito.
Yeah.
So having something in there.
The artist for Air Gear was Oh Great with the exclamation point.
Oh, great!
Oh Great. I always loved his stuff. He has like insanely detailed like 2-page spreads and stuff. He had another series called Tenjo Tenjei, which
Yeah.
Yeah, I always
know,
mispronounce.
I know.
But
exactly
yeah,
what you're talking
that's his big series, and then Air Gear came after. And then he had like one of his early series called Majin Devil, I think.
about.
And it's interesting. You can tell he rushed it, and then he had to rush the ending.
Yeah.
And it's only like 2 or 4 volumes. I think it's 4 because I have 2.
Short.
Yeah, and I want to get the last 2 physical volumes. It had a cool concept at least. So And his art was earlier, so it was a
Yeah.
little rougher,
Yeah,
but
yeah, yeah.
it was great.
Some of that really.
Oh yeah. Yeah, and I gotta say, like, there's still some good manga these days, but they're definitely following a lot of trends.
Yeah.
Like, I'm actually kind of into isekai, but like everything's isekai. It is getting a little.
Yeah. The bad part about it now is something is popular.
Yep.
It's everywhere.
Yeah, they kind of overdo it.
Like Demon Slayer.
Yes.
I get that it's really good, but it's everywhere.
Yep.
Literally everywhere.
Yeah, when we were at Nakakon, it was like
Everybody
yeah.
and their dog
Yep.
was Demon Slayer.
Well, and I think the movie did like extremely well, but yeah.
I think so too.
But I also think that was like, I think a big reason of that was because that was like one of the first movies that
People could actually go.
like go see in
Yeah.
theaters,
Sure, sure.
and they're like, oh god, just anything that can get us out of the house.
Kind of like I feel like that was the case for Godzilla versus Kong.
Yeah,
That was
yeah.
one of the first ones that people could go see in theaters, and therefore I think it ranked, or like it did really well because everybody's like, I just want to get out of the house and watch something and turn my brain off, which is a perfect movie too. So
Mm-hmm. You know, like giant robots kicking ass.
giant robots, giant monsters.
I do think the only thing is, if we did have Logan watch these, some of them he would be bored to death or confused.
Which ones?
Some of the Gundams, because they can
Oh
go
my
like
God,
deep into
yes,
politics and
they are, yes.
yeah,
Very
the only thing.
espionage-y,
Yeah, yeah.
yes.
double
Which-
triple cross.
Gundam Wing is
Yes,
see that there is quite a bit of
and a lot of teen angst in that one.
boring political drama,
Yep, that's my only thing with Gundam.
but I'll be goddamn, the robot battles are fucking.
Yep.
She'll be gunned down.
And I feel like the characters have really good.
Oh damn it! Yep, I had this backwards. Figures. I already messed up.
Out.
Oh yeah, Shane. So Ellen and I are doing like a build stuff Thursdays
Mm-hmm.
at home.
Because Logan has far too many Lego sets
Right.
he will ever be able to put together, so I'm demanding that he start.
He'll have projects until he's old.
Because he's got which ones do you have? You have Sonic.
I've got the Sonic set, the
The
Mario
Technics.
Cube set, the Technics
Oh,
car that you
Technics.
got me,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
and
Blacksmith
the
shop
blacksmith shop with a light
with
kit.
the light kit.
Oh yeah.
And
I feel like there's another one.
nope,
Another set.
that's only those four.
Okay. But they're all
But they're all really big
very large
sets.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, I figured I was going to be able to get a set done Thursday night. So
And
I
me,
picked,
like Sean, I have
50
a
Gundams.
significant amount of Gundams and Vitas that I need to start putting together.
Right.
The other good thing we're doing this more often.
Right.
so I was like, all right, I'll build the McLaren that Shane got me for
Oh, yeah.
Christmas because, or for my birthday, I mean. So, because I was like, well, it's been 6 months, so I should probably build that. And it's every set I have is about 2,000 pieces. This one was like 800 and something. So I was like, oh, I could probably get this done tonight. Yeah, no, I only got like a third of it done.
He's got like the very bare frame of it.
But
It's freaking cool though.
right, like it has an engine that actually, like when you push the car, each cylinder moves.
Yeah,
Nice.
super cool.
Shane, I'm talking to you.
That sounds cool.
He's like, that's
I'm glad you like. Sorry, I'm dealing with another like multi-tiny
Yep.
piece assembly. But yes, that is pretty cool that it has like the actual like simulated engine set up.
Yeah. Logan showed it to me. I'm like, well, that's actually really finished.
So yep. So that's what we're doing on Thursdays.
Yeah.
And if I run out,
And that's that's where I started the
I
Hello
could just
Kitty.
go get more.
However, I requested that we watch Austin Powers because
Yep.
something sparked the like I haven't seen this in forever feeling.
Yep.
And so
Yep.
we watched that, and then a majority of the time I was distracted by the movie, so that's why I only got Hello Kitty done.
This tastes like shit. It is shit.
Oh god, I forgot just how good it was.
Especially, yeah, like the first
I loved
one,
it.
a little bit of
I
the
loved
second.
that movie when it first came out. Oh, another thing that's hilarious about this kit, and you probably can't see it very well, is one of the
Oh, yeah.
sprues is actually a Hello Kitty shaped,
Yep.
and another one is a bow.
Nah.
Nice.
Nice.
So that's funny.
That's a good touch.
Those are the sprues that I made base Hello Kitty with.
Because, yeah, I mean, honestly, you might as well make it fun. Like,
Right.
And I've only ever put together old sets,
Mhm.
so I've never seen ones where
the multi. They
where
do that more
have
often now.
different,
Like, he has one there.
Yeah.
different colored
Yeah.
molds.
I think it's harder because usually the different colored plastics can, like, mix or
Right, yeah.
have, issues molding.
That's the first time I've seen.
They must have some, like, a lot of technologies in just making these sheets.
Oh god, can you imagine how much money they make off of these?
Yeah.
But also, Hello Kitty can stand or do a really creepy, like her feet come out, and then
Oh, really? She's, like, sitting?
yeah, which like the creepiness factor of this is like
Oh.
that freakish thing,
Yep.
like,
Yeah.
and then it just folds forward. And
Yep.
she can sit.
You're supposed to only look at her from the front.
Like putting it together, I'm like, what the hell is this? Kitty, your secrets are revealed to me.
It's her tentacle feet.
I don't know that I'm comfortable with this.
Everything I knew about you was a lie.
One that would be kind of fun. I need to go back and finish watching. What's the Angry Red Panda one that's on Netflix? It's also Sanrio, but it was like one of their new characters.
Oh, Agritsuko.
Yeah.
Yeah, I watched. I don't know if there's multiple seasons, but
There
I watched
are.
a whole bunch of
There's
episodes
at least 2 now.
of it, and it's hilarious.
Yeah.
It's so funny. It's not something I would ever expect from Sanrio,
Yep.
but
I think it's one of the things that makes it great.
gosh, it's so funny.
And it's such, like a real life, like I've been through that type of thing.
Oh god, yeah. The relatability of it is insane.
Yep.
Of just a working class
Mhm.
person that goes to the office and deals with
Shit.
the
But
shit you
tries
have to deal with
yeah.
in an office, shitty people and shitty situations, and how it just wears you down.
Yep.
And then
You gotta
she
vent.
yeah, she goes to karaoke and sings death metal.
Yep.
And it's just great. And the lyrics that she sings
Mhm.
are about her situation, and it's hilarious.
That would be a fun kid or something, though. I assume they have at least some type of model or
I would imagine.
figure or something.
Oh, okay. It's all right. Figured it out.
Good.
What'd you break?
I didn't break anything. I was just like, how was I supposed to fit this thing? Because it was okay.
You want me to stick my what?
You want me to put this thing and that thing?
Instructions.
So, yeah, you're not going to see it.
Nope.
So, there's a square, okay?
Okay.
So, there's this square thing, okay? It is a square shape. You're wanting to put the thing that's in here, that's a ball shape,
In the square.
in the square.
Whoa.
And in my head, I'm like, those are not the same
Those two
shapes.
things do not mix.
I learned this at 2 years old. That does not work.
These things do not.
And then I'm like, oh, it's okay. I get it, kind of. But, oh, hey, there's a sticker.
Okay.
Bring me my sticker book. Well, let's see. What's since Christmas, what has everyone been doing? I guess Sean's been doing a lot of
A lot of manga.
manga. That's it. That's the word.
I've been playing a few games off and on. Like I just started getting back into the last Assassin's Creed. But yeah, I really need to make more time to play.
Oh, is that was the Viking one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess I just pre-ordered a crap ton of PS5 stuff that's about to come out.
Yeah.
Like I finally pre-ordered Horizon, GT, Elden Ring. Maybe that's the main stuff. I feel like there was one other. Well, and I picked up Pokemon.
I know I got
when it
Elden
came
Ring.
out.
I think I need to get a couple more.
Okay, Logan, we're going to have the conversation about the training tasks now.
Uh-oh. Here it is.
The training, or the Pokedex tasks.
Okay.
Oh.
Because I need to know,
Right.
I'm going to sit here and listen.
Okay. So,
I don't want to, but I'm.
and to be clear, I'm still like a little fuzzy on it. Like I've been figuring it out.
Yeah.
Because like I feel like they don't explain it great in game. But okay, you have the task list for a single Pokemon, right? You find the Pokemon and then you get the sheet
Do these things.
to do stuff. So there's multiple tasks, like catch it this many times, defeat it in battle this many times, whatever. To the right of that task, there's like the different like number of times you can do stuff that's like a bubble. Those are the tasks. So like every time you fulfill that quantity of doing that thing, you have completed a task, and that will get filled in with green. So however many green bubbles you have filled out is the number of completed tasks you have for that Pokemon. Every task you complete gives you 1 research point for that Pokemon's entry. And I don't know if it's universally 10, but at least for all the ones I've seen so far, you need 10 research points or tasks to complete the entry for that Pokemon. Which when you're looking in the Pokedex, the list of Pokemon on the right, there'll be a Pokeball next to them to show you completed that. There's a difference between like completing it because you researched enough of it and like fully completing it, which is like doing all the tasks. I haven't done that yet because there's like way more. But in general, like you can pick whatever the hell you want, like quantity of things or whatever. You just need to get like that quantity of that thing, that, you know, many times to at least 10. I'm assuming some of the like trickier Pokemon might require more or something like that. But yeah, it took me a while to figure that out because it's like, okay, the task is like catch them, right? And like you see different increments. So it's like,
Well, my
like
thing that
where,
was confusing is on the left it has the red arrows.
right.
I don't know
I
what that...
think that just means you've at least done that once, but I have no idea.
Huh.
I think the whole thing is a little confusing to me because like,
Fake.
yeah, it's just not communicated super well. I mean, I don't know.
I assume
Because
everybody's broken it down.
your natural reaction, right, is that I need to fill everything on this line to complete that task,
Yeah.
right? But that's not how it is. Think of it as like by doing that more, you're hitting a milestone of learning something new about them by doing that. So like when you catch one, you get a little bit of knowledge about it. When you catch 3 of them, you've studied them a bit more and you're learning a bit more. So they're like milestones of like as you do that more. There might be some kind of like thing for like filling a row counts some way, or but yeah, that's about the extent of my knowledge on it. I just know like you pick the bubbles on the right of the things you want to do and fulfill that quantity, and that's a task. And then when you talk to the guy, those get cashed in, and that's when they're marked as like complete, basically.
So where do you go to change your Pokemon? Because obviously I have
Camp,
like...
or to change your loadout.
Yeah.
So that also was something I just had to like figure out in game. So obviously, like when you're out and about and you're catching them, they're gonna fill out your party until you're full. And
Right.
if you look at your inventory with certain characters, you'll see you have a pasture list of like all the other Pokemon you've caught. You went around to that area where there were those fenced-in Pokemon. Those are the Pokemon you caught. That's your pasture. So whenever you catch like Pokemon beyond your party,
They all go in
they
there.
go to your pasture in there, and you
They
can
should've explained
either.
that.
So they, yeah,
Or if they did, explain it a little bit
Right.
better.
So it basically is like Bill's computer. It's just a pasture system. But
You can see them.
so you can see them. You can swap them in and out of your party.
But you have to go to that.
You have to go to that
Okay.
area, and then you can release them. And if you release them, you get, I think, like stuff that gives experience to like Pokemon of your choice.
So from what I understand, doing almost anything gives you experience.
Well, yes,
Even
but
catching gives everybody
yes,
experience.
but the way it's weighted is different.
Sure,
So like if you catch a Pokemon and I was mentioning this on the stream, if you catch a Pokemon and you have that Pokemon in your party, they gain like way more experience.
Yeah.
So like by catching the same stuff that you have, you're leveling it. Because it's kind of that thing in Let's Go, if you remember, like it was all about like just catching them to level in the overworld. It's the same thing here where like you can level by catching or gathering resources or battling. The way the experience is distributed in those scenarios differs though, because obviously like when battling, the ones who actually like do stuff get more, but your whole party gets some, whoever hasn't fainted. And like, yeah, resource gathering, it's whoever you're sending out to gather resources gets XP from doing that. So it's kind of nice to me because it's like there's many different options to how you want to like level them and use them.
Yeah. So the main place I heard these, they were kind of just saying like, yeah, this is just super easy because like everything gives you experience and everything is fairly straightforward. And
I
like,
mean, I don't know.
I'm gonna be right back.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, yes, like a lot of things give you experience, but you still have to like focus on like having that Pokemon in your party. And
Sure.
also the game is not just about gaining experience,
No,
honestly.
but they were just
there
thinking, like, in
are-
battles, like they had no trouble. They always got experience.
Uh,
To them, it was
well,
just easy.
I mean,
But that's always kind of the series, anyways.
yeah,
It's
I
not
mean, you
meant to be
gain
hard.
XP from, well,
Before you'd have to have them actively used, and right?
you would have to have them have come out for that Pokemon to gain XP.
Yeah.
And now
They
the
just
ones you
always-
have come out get more.
Yeah,
And
but
the
everybody
ones
still
in your
gets some.
party get something.
Sure.
But it's less.
You don't have to actively have anybody out though necessarily. Like
Yeah.
if you're still just wanting to focus on your main people,
But
everybody else always
to
levels too.
me, the function that serves, at least in my experience with the game so far, is that it keeps certain members of your party from straying too far behind.
Yeah, yeah.
But you still have to use them if
But
you
yeah.
want to like develop them more. Because like to gain like move unlocks or all the Pokemon have like base stats.
Yeah.
That there are boosters for like those individual stats and stuff. Like that is completely like independent of just the raw like XP stuff to a degree.
Sure.
And you also can invest in like developing the moves they know. So like there's a person you go to in the town where they can like learn new moves that are like specialty ones. And then there's also ways that you can like add the like mastering the move to an existing move they know, which allows them to use like the stronger agile option and
Mhm.
stuff like that. So I mean, yeah, at least to me, like sure it's a little different than previous entries, but I don't know, like there's a lot more to manage with their development than just raw XP.
Yeah. But I mean, I guess in a way, you're also making it less grindy, for better or worse.
Yeah,
So where
well,
you don't
the
have to
grind is
force
the
to
grind
use-
is spread to
yeah.
a variety of things, a variety of gameplay loops, which I'm all for that at
Sure.
least because like it does add more variety than just go out and battle either wild Pokemon or trainers, and that's really the main angle of development. But yeah, I have heard that the difficulty to like the formal end game isn't crazy, but from what I've heard is like what they call like the end of the game is really not the end of the game.
Sure.
Like there's something that happens and there's a whole lot more to do after that. and it actually gets pretty hard after that point, from what I've heard from most people.
Sure.
But I haven't played it myself, so I don't know. Like,
Withhold judgment.
yeah. Like, I'm just going off of what I've heard from
Yeah.
other like reviewers and stuff that have
Well,
played it for
So this
longer.
was who was this? It might have been Kind of Funny or something. But whoever was listening to, like, they said they haven't played since like one of the early Pokemon. So like they weren't used to a lot of the new mechanics, and like to them it was just too easy overall. But
I don't know.
they were talking about all these like other mechanics that you as a player could manually do, like the whole thing of like if your Pokemon gets defeated, you release it, or there's all these like ways to randomize stuff to make it more interesting. But yeah, to me they almost need like a hard mode or like a version for adults. I don't know.
New Game Plus.
Well, like
Yeah.
I said, that's what the end game is.
Sure.
Supposedly,
But you shouldn't have to play through the
yeah,
entire campaign necessarily to get that. That's kind of the whole thing with like New Game Plus. Shouldn't always necessarily have to be playing through
Have to
easy
be
or
easy.
whatever.
Right.
Yeah. But
Because then it's like, well, I already beat it. Why would I want to go through it and beat it again?
or I couldn't get through it because it wasn't that interesting.
Right.
But yeah, it's more dependent on the person. That's why, yeah, I think they could make a shitload of money if they just made.
I mean, I will admit,
A different version
The older
for-
I get, the more interested in easy mode I am.
Oh yeah, for
Because
certain games
I
especially.
don't have the time
Yeah,
to like grind out stuff or like bash my head against the wall or something. I'm like, I want the story.
yeah.
I want to have the story.
Well, and some even have like a story mode where like you just walk through battles and yeah, yeah,
That's me with Death Stranding.
yeah,
is
yeah.
I know this game can be hard mode.
Yes.
Like, oh my god, you have to make sure your load is balanced
Mhm.
and have your footing all the time and just a whole bunch of different things you have to manage. And I'm like, I just don't like the game is already long as it is.
Yes.
And I don't want to say tedious because that implies something bad. I absolutely love Death
Right.
Stranding.
Yeah.
But it's it's a bit of a slog.
On purpose. That's kind of
Right,
yeah.
that's the reason.
yeah.
That is the purpose of the game is isolation and
Yeah.
being all alone and all that stuff. But dude, I'm not gonna put myself through all that.
No.
Just for the like sheer sake of saying
Yeah.
I beat it on normal or
Well,
beat it unheard or whatever. I'm
it's like
I
some
don't
of the
care.
people
I do not have time for
Yeah.
this.
It's like all the Demon Souls roguelike type things.
That's what
Yeah.
I really wish I could like From Software.
Yeah.
Because they're great.
Yeah. Well, and again,
I've
it's
only ever heard that they're great.
you love the setting, the art style's amazing.
Ever since I saw the first teaser trailer for Bloodborne
Yeah, yeah.
at E3,
Bloodborne's whole art style's nuts.
I love it,
Mm-hmm.
and I wanted to play it so bad,
Mm-hmm.
but it's such an I never played any of the Souls games.
It's
Adjusting to that type of play style that
Yeah.
I've always known
Yeah.
was too hard of
I will
I don't
say,
a learning curve for me.
somewhat, yeah.
And
The
fact
thing
that-
is parts of it aren't as hard as you expect, but
Right.
they force you to play their way for the most part. And if you don't do that, you're gonna have trouble.
you're gonna have
Or if you're just not patient enough through the entire thing, you're gonna have trouble.
right. And
So
sometimes I get a little bit
Yeah.
impatient.
Yeah.
And so I bashing my head against the wall so many times.
Yep.
When I started playing Bloodborne, it just it took me back to being a kid
Mhm.
and like dying and wanting to throw the controller so bad,
Yep.
just screaming and throwing
Yep.
because it's like I freaking hit that button.
Yep.
I blocked that.
When you don't play like how they want to play, you're gonna have a bad time.
I'm gonna have a
Yep.
bad time.
I'm hoping Elden Ring will be better, but we'll see.
I doubt it.
Yeah,
I mean, that's the type of game that they're known for.
it is.
So you
And that's
go
what
in
people
expecting-
want, so.
Right. That's
Yeah,
what
most
the
people.
audience wants. If you're a
Uh,
From Software fan,
Yeah.
you're like it better
But-
be this way, or
I always think some of the arguments on like difficulty on that are silly. Like, sure, creators intent, whatever, but like you're losing half your audience.
Right,
Because
yeah.
like you would have picked those up.
right, yeah.
Other people would have picked those up.
You're
They're
gating
still
off-
entitled to be able to play those.
Yeah, you're gating off an entire demographic.
And you can still have normal be hard and then a hard mode or whatever you want. But
Right.
Yeah.
Because I would love so much, like I can't express how much I would love to be able to play.
Yeah,
Bloodborne.
yeah.
Because the aesthetic, art style, combat, all that stuff.
you know, if we still had like Game Shark, that would be a good
Oh my
use for that. Just
my
infinite
God.
lives or whatever.
I had the disc Game Shark from
Yeah,
PlayStation
yeah.
2.
I had the physical in the disc. Yeah.
Yeah. My one of my best friends growing up had that like thing you plugged into the back of
Yeah,
the
yeah.
PS1.
Yeah, that's what I had for the PS1.
Yeah, like plugged into the back.
Yep.
But
They
yeah.
they got rid of that port eventually, so you had to do it like on a disc or a
Yeah.
memory card thing.
Yeah, it came loaded with a whole bunch of
Hmm.
like cheat codes and stuff, but you could go on to
Websites,
internet,
yeah,
internet
back in the
and
day.
have, like all these different codes to manually
Yep.
put in on when you put it into the PlayStation 2 and bring
Mm-hmm.
it up the Game Shark and manually type out the codes.
The thing
so
was
that
nuts
it
how
was-
it worked
yeah.
because it was literally like replacing chunks of memory at like specific times and stuff. Like, yeah, it's
But
it's
it was
amazing.
awesome.
Yeah, because you could actually like break and hack the game. But yeah,
I did that. I did that accidentally with Final Fantasy X.
oh yeah,
I used some
shit.
cheats for that one, and
I used the wrong piece.
and all of a sudden, Titus's sword
Mm-hmm.
was suddenly Yuna's like staff.
Nice.
So Titus was hitting things
Did you-
with the staff. Yeah. I was like, wait a goddamn minute.
Yep.
And then I freaked out because I thought I had corrupted my save.
Oh yeah.
And I was pretty far into the game by then.
Yep.
So I was wigging out. Like, oh god,
Not now.
no. I immediately regret this decision.
Yeah, like admittedly, even like Returnal, like I love that, but that at times was oddly balanced. And again, I need to play it since the
Yeah.
patch,
Did
but
you patch that?
yeah,
They changed the difficulty curve, supposedly.
yep. Well,
And
they
they
made certain
did-
things like where you can save in the middle.
Yeah, they finally added that.
Yeah,
I mean, that's another game where I think I would really enjoy playing
I think you
the
would, yeah,
story,
yeah.
but the general gameplay of the game.
Well-
Isn't it like a bullet hell sort of?
It's
Sort
a bullet
of.
hell third-person shooter.
I was gonna say I was kind of not sure how much I was really gonna care for that style of gameplay,
That studio does
but
amazing stuff.
it
but
really is kind of like it feels good to
Well
play.
done.
Like you
Yeah.
really kind of get sucked into it a lot.
did you ever play Resogun?
Uh,
It was one of the early PS4 games.
yeah, the one that's like a planet and you.
It's like
a
you
little ship.
warp around the side, yeah, and
Yeah.
it's another bullet
Yeah,
hell.
I
You had to
think
save the humans.
I think I watched Logan play that.
Yeah, that was one of their early games.
Oh,
They did
it
another
was
bullet
cute,
hell.
But it was also really fucking hard.
Yes, it could be.
Later on, it got super hard. I don't know how you're doing it, like how you're still playing this, because I would have like thrown up my hands. And been like, no,
Mhm.
I'm not doing
That one's very arcadey.
it. It is, and it was cute.
Yeah.
It was the aesthetics was really.
I really
They did
hate
all those
when certain
boxes.
pieces just don't mesh 100%.
Yeah.
Oh, trust me. You should look at the Hello Kitty.
Yeah, well,
She
like
has- she has like
this is
spaces in between her
clearly
parts.
this is clearly supposed to be flush, but
Oh,
like
that
it
is not.
just won't
Go.
go any more flush than that.
You sure you don't have like a piece sticking?
Yeah, I double checked.
It
I
should not be that.
no,
much of a gap.
it should be flush in there.
Do you need a spudger? I have one.
I've got everything in the kit. But
Oh, sure, yeah.
this is kind of a shallow piece, so I think I can just spit it out.
So-
high speed like bullet hell that
Yeah.
Returnal looked like. I'm like, I don't.
It's not that bad, like in terms of just the bullet hell aspect. It
It's
really
very
is just
doable.
more of the
I think it's almost, it's very well balanced in the sense like when you mess up, you usually know it's your fault.
yes.
Well, yeah.
But yeah, it's
That's like
also
From
one of those
Software
things.
Games is like, okay, I
Yeah.
fucked that up.
Yeah, for the most part. They fixed the physics in the later one, but the early like I played Demon Souls, and yeah, like some of the early physics in that, like you could jump to a ledge and just straight up slide off. It's like I didn't even touch anything.
What?
Now my souls are gone.
You are dead. Well, okay, I guess so.
But Returnal and certain other like roguelikes could be very randomized to the point where like I can get all the way through an area really quick, or the second room I die.
Yeah.
Because it's the hard room or whatever. But
yeah, so we were talking about Pokemon earlier because
Yeah.
I am. Well, it's okay. I bailed. 'Cause I had to go to the bathroom. I am streaming it, so I've just.
follow you on.
Yep. So
Hit that like and subscribe.
if you guys want to see somebody who doesn't know what he's doing when he's playing the new Pokemon game, follow me, Khadgart, Khadgart, on Twitter, and by that I mean Twitch,
And
Yeah.
Twitter.
excuse me, and Twitter,
And YouTube.
and I'm playing there every Saturday and Sunday morning from 9 to noon.
Starting today.
So yeah, today was my first stream, and it was fun, but yeah, there was parts of the game I just was having a hard time with.
So that was my question: is did you manage to complete enough of your Pokedex to get your first star? Or
Yes.
where? Okay. Is that where you stopped?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
okay,
figured
cool,
that was
cool.
like.
I was kind of curious how far you were gonna get, because I'm like, he's almost there.
One thing that I did was so I found the Rapidash,
You did. Yep.
and I
yep.
was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna try to catch him,
Oh,
and then
dude.
it went to
like
like
a
I
level
love
40.
that part.
Yeah.
and I was like,
Oh, God,
I was
no.
like, oh god, this is not no.
And I posted
And
in
I-
the chat, run away!
I ran away,
Run away!
and then I found Panita, and I was like, oh sweet.
Okay, well this is, yeah.
Did you catch one? I assume. Yeah, I got one that I'm leveling in my party right
You
now.
also got a Mime Junior, or...
What? You found a Mime Junior? I haven't found a freaking Mime Junior.
I don't know.
The hell
Is
did
that
you
what
find
Is
one?
that what it was called?
Yeah,
Yeah, I heard him
No,
say it.
it's the pre-evolution of Mr. Mime.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Right.
yeah.
Yeah, I haven't
like
seen
a-
one.
yeah. It's
The hell
yeah.
did you
I
find
think
that?
he
Just-
jacked up the first toss.
Just don't introduce him to your mom.
right.
Or did you kill the first one on accident?
No, that was the,
Was it like an area, or was it one by itself? Because I've seen a
no,
couple.
there was
There's
area.
an
There was
area.
area of them.
Was it by the-
Weird.
He's,
Was it by the Rapidash?
Yeah, he was being near the Rapidash.
Huh, I must have just not gone far enough to find it in that zone.
Or if there's certain conditions, maybe.
I mean, that's
Oh, was it at night or something?
it.
Time
was,
of day will affect what
You'd have
who's
to-
out
It
where.
was. It was
I don't
like
remember.
Dusk or something. Okay. I bet that's part of it. Because, yeah, like, I know time of day will affect.
yeah, it was like the
Exactly.
one of the first 3 you were supposed to catch, and I killed one of them, and they're like, "No, you're supposed to catch it." I was like, "Oh right."
No, I
Whoops.
thought you did that later on too. Like you did it again, but by total accident.
Yes, it was actually a Mr. or a Mime Junior,
Yeah.
because yeah, I killed it on one hit. I was like, "Shit, I didn't mean to do that."
Yeah.
All right, I have.
But yeah, I was gonna bring up that Rapidash thing.
Mhm.
Level 40.
Yeah, I saw it the first time I came across it, and I'm like, I know for a fact there's no way I'm going to be able to touch that thing. Oh, I'm really dumb.
Figured it out.
This is one of the spots where it's supposed to be screwed in to force it to go flush.
Screwed in.
Screwed in.
forgot they
Yeah,
had
this set
screws.
has screws and springs and all sorts of stuff.
Jeez.
What?
This has LEDs too, I think, for the eyes
Oh,
or
you're
something.
kidding.
Yeah.
Nice. It's good
Yeah.
that it came with it. Usually
Yeah.
it's extra. Even
Uh,
though
The light kits. Yeah.
Yeah. At
Yeah,
least
I
some of
mean
the
it's
heads are
just
included.
it's just two small LEDs.
Yeah, yeah.
It's not like a full thing, but
Yeah,
yep,
I
that's
guess-
why.
one of mine has the full kit. Where it's
So
like
do you need
rather
a
solid.
screwdriver?
I have one.
I still am tempted to get that LED unit, but it's like $200 for a set of LEDs and some clear plastic. It's like, oh man.
So, Steve,
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, that's
12.
what that is. I'm assuming.
Okay, so
also hate when I'm putting the stickers on.
Mhm.
and my fingers just won't cooperate.
Yep.
Like, I've got it
Oh.
centered. I've got it figured out. Nope.
It's just like physically putting.
Yeah, I think on this one you could tell the corner of that sticker where his
Oh, the knee? Oh, down there.
shin, I guess.
With the ankle.
The
Yeah, it's freaking.
Godzilla.
like this one's fine.
Oh, yeah, that one's. I mean,
and-
only you notice it, but it's still like.
But like yeah,
"God damn it!"
this one I kept trying to push down and it wasn't pushed, like it wasn't sticking. And then I think I just was like, duh, fine, there.
Fine, just
You're
stop.
stuck.
Huh. That's it.
I played Slime Rancher.
Yeah.
It was really fun. There's really no beating games like that.
Nope.
Okay,
But I
so that
unlocked all
I'm
three,
done with the stickers.
extra areas. And
I forget when the
Got, like,
sequel's coming out.
the
It's
highest
soon,
level
isn't
and
Yeah, I
the
thought it
lowest
was
level.
this or next month.
Do you have a different kind of screwdriver than the one in this? Because this is not doing
We have the big
great.
one, but it
We
might be
also
too
have
big.
tiny ones.
Yeah.
We have a tiny one.
I
No, it's the
think
same
you
one.
have
No.
to-
The tiny one for
Yeah.
the one that screws down the M.2s.
Yeah, I need
Oh.
something like that because
Yeah, I
this
think
is
you have
just
to
really
see-
crappy and it's kind of stripping.
Do you need it smaller or bigger?
I mean,
Or the same size?
Sharper.
roughly the
probably
same. You're right. Like I need
Easily
one I think
sharper.
that's got a little bit better like tip.
point.
Sure.
Yeah.
You know where those are, right?
Are you
Are you talking to me?
I'm the only one here, so you must be talking to me.
Well, there's only Ellen and Shane. You
Wait a minute.
this.
That might be a little too small, but I'll
Mhm.
try it.
The hell?
Yeah.
Did I? Oh, I didn't take the sticker all the way up.
We've
But
got
it
two
fell
of
out of
those,
my
so you
hand.
can leave that in that set if you want.
Oh.
Man, yeah, this is just tough to go in too. But
Be careful you don't strip the plastic.
oh yeah,
Yeah,
no,
crack
it's
it.
gripping it pretty well.
Oh, and then after Slime Rancher, I played Astroneer.
Oh yeah.
It was. It's not bad. I can't say that it's bad.
Sure.
It's just it's like Minecraft, where there isn't really an end goal.
Yep.
Mm.
You just play to play.
Yep.
There's really no story, I don't think.
Or No Man's Sky, yeah, but it is.
Right. It's just. I mean, it's cool. I'm sure it would be so much more fun with friends.
Yes.
But it's pretty.
Oh, there was one I would.
In my opinion,
Yeah.
it's probably an excellent game, but in my opinion,
There's one I'd be curious to have you try, maybe, or at least look at is Alteria Rising, or whatever that game.
Altair Rising
Yeah.
or Ryza.
Ryza, yeah. Have you ever heard of that?
Mm-mm.
So it was one of the figures that came out on Square Enix recently. It's like the main character, but it's interesting because it's really mainly about alchemy. This girl like learns how to be an alchemist, so then she like wanders around and collects items, and you have to like put items into a pot in like certain quantities. But yeah, and there's a bit of a story that goes along with it. But it almost reminds me of that genre, but with a little more like RPG to it.
Elements, yeah.
Yeah,
I've seen a couple that are kind of like that.
and it's
One called like Moonlighter.
Hmm.
It's kind of like that, or
oh yeah, that's one where you like run a shop, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a little dungeon crawler,
Mhm.
but yeah, you run a little item weapon shop at the same time.
So yeah, just might be interesting. It's another kind of like laid back.
Yeah,
Thing.
I've been digging the laid back stuff. Like,
Mhm.
I honestly need to get back to playing, Crossing.
Sure,
Stopped for a little
are you a
bit.
month behind or whatever? Your mother will have to catch you up.
Yeah, honestly. she plays it probably
Yeah.
every day.
Nice.
And before bed.
I mean, we beat Endwalker.
Oh yeah.
Yes. Good.
And did some bonus content. So, did you ever look up much on Xenoblade games? Or are you just gonna dive right in?
That, I mean, I own it.
Sure.
So, but yeah,
I think you'll like it. I think the only thing that could maybe bother you, I think I mentioned, is the attitude is very anime. But if you're okay with that, and it has some like serious moments too, but it's like very much like power of friendship and all that.
Anime tropes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And they're very long games, so take your time, I guess. Oh, I have an or option.
let's see, these fours.
Gun.
It's a Nerf gun. Totally safe.
It's a bubble gum gun. It shoots happy little bubble gums. What is that?
There.
Let's see. Tyler and I are playing through the DLC of Wasteland 3.
Nice.
So we beat one of them, and so
Someday I'll get back to that.
we'll probably beat the other one tonight.
Nice.
And then either we're going to play. I know that we're going to play Wonderlands,
Mhm.
so we might play the Borderlands
Oh, yeah.
spin-off thing. But there's a bunch of games on Game Pass we were going to try, like the cyberpunky dungeon crawler looking game, The Ascent.
Oh, yeah. You still need to try that.
Um,
I guess I might be able to play with you at least a little bit. Because I only got part of the first area. It's like a tutorial.
Sure.
It's interesting. The tricky thing is it's kind of like a top-down bullet hell, well, not bullet hell, but shooter type of thing. So there's very much like you have to get the angles right on some of the shots.
It's a
but-
twin stick shooter.
Twin stick.
right, and I like those
Yeah.
games. So,
Get
so
you some Robotron going.
I remember playing this like cop zombie
Yeah.
one that was
Yeah.
like on PS3 or 4. That
Yeah.
was like
Ah.
a free game of the.
I know what you're talking about. I forget what that was called, but yeah. Didn't we play a little bit
think
of
so.
multiplayer of that? I think we did.
There was that. I think Tyler and I were curious about trying that Dwarven rock game.
Oh yeah,
for PlayStation.
Galactic.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of wanted to try that out. I need to
It
claim
looks
that.
very
still.
different than the original trailer in a good way.
I don't know if you can.
Deep,
I thought that was.
Deep Rock Galactic.
I thought
Yeah.
that was.
Is it already over?
Was it?
I thought it was January.
Maybe it was. Well, I mean, or okay.
No, it was. Yeah, it was January.
Yeah. Maybe I claimed it then, because I'm pretty sure I grabbed January's. Yeah, no, I already got it. I think I started installing it.
Because I
That's
think
right.
this month is some type of sports game.
Yeah, sports bra.
I know one of them was Persona Strikers.
Yeah.
And yeah, something else.
I thought it was like UFC.
Oh, maybe. Yeah.
I don't know. All I know is I didn't care.
Yep.
Jumped back into Sea of Thieves for a little bit.
Tried
Yep.
some of the new stuff.
See the last instance of Golden
Yeah.
Sands before it gets screwed over.
UFC 4, Planet Coaster, Console Edition, and the like preview for Tiny Tina. Assault on Dungeon Keep. Planet Coaster might work on consoles.
I suggested Ellen and I play Minecraft.
Uh-huh.
So we could like
Because I kept harassing Logan. I'm like, you can play Astroneer with me. The multiplayer game. You can play Astroneer with me.
I'm tempted
He's
to
like, no thanks.
reinstall the server I have, the Minecraft server. I don't know if anybody's still using it, but I had it running on.
I still really enjoy playing it in VR.
Yeah.
Like, it's a lot of fun.
And it doesn't scare the ever-loving shit out
No,
of me.
it's just really cool. Like, actually
Being
being in the scale
Oh my
like
God. Have
environment.
you seen any videos from the Hitman VR?
Yeah, yeah.
He's been showing us.
Well, and I
oh
actually,
my God.
yeah, I was playing Hitman 3 for a bit, and it's one of the games I really want to get back to because it was a lot of fun.
But the VR one
Yeah.
where you like.
Well, so all of that is actually recent bugs because when they first did the VR support for PlayStation specifically, it was not like full motion tracking like that.
Hmm.
Like, I think it had limited tracking, but you
Yeah.
used the DualShock to do stuff. It wasn't like hand
wasn't the
tracking.
hand.
They just recently released it for like PC VR and other like systems,
Yeah.
and so they also added like a degree of hand tracking. So some of the jank is that.
But the huge jank. I love it.
Yeah.
I love when games bug the fuck out like that. So when we were watching highlight reel and that happened, I was crying. I was absolutely crying. So, everything's fine, and then as soon as you lay hands on the person you're trying to strangle,
yeah.
they just.
float away.
It's a physics
I
issue.
told Logan it's like you're trying to tie a human
Balloon,
animal.
yeah. I
And
love
then-
how they
and then you
float
just set
away.
it free.
Yeah.
And it floats up to the ceiling while it's still like.
Yeah. Like that to me is like, does it just have
I don't-
zero weight at that point?
I
Like,
don't know. But like, I'm assuming it's some sort of collision
It's-
detection.
Yeah.
collision in physics.
Then it just.
That whole like freak out is like
Freaks the
it doesn't know how to collide them and they're like going in and out of
Right,
each
and
other.
The, like head and neck just like.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's one thing you always have to watch with physics systems because you can go too far and then it just like vibrates or yeah.
But that killed me.
Yep.
Absolutely. Especially the one on highlight reel where somebody like came out of the door and was like, "Hey, what do you think you're doing?" And then he laid hands on that
Yeah.
guy and he just started just floated up to the ceiling.
Yep.
I feel like he got like 3 people from that,
Yep.
and they all just joined the
Well, one of the ones he showed us, like it's like one of the first dudes, and you're supposed to steal his outfit, and then of course he floats up to the ceiling. He's like,
That's right, yeah, and he's like, "Come down,
I can't do anything.
come down."
Now, yeah, if you want something atmospheric, I'd be curious to have you try like Alex, because it's so
Oh, yeah.
good.
Oh man, Half-Life Alyx, you would love.
Oh.
Yeah.
So freaking good. Very trippy
Yeah.
towards the end,
Yeah.
and like.
What? The arm just came out.
Going back to Minecraft, the weirdest thing to me is you realize how goddamn huge the blocks are. They're literally a meter cubed.
Yeah.
Like I didn't realize like each block
They're
is
massive.
that.
Yeah.
So-
In the scale of,
Yeah.
of Steve in the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're
Because it does not look like that. I remember that was always like an issue with the early VR stuff is like they suddenly realized like was it Doom VR that like all the lights were the size of watermelons and like it looks fine on screen but when you see it in real life it doesn't look right at
wait
all.
a minute. This isn't right.
Or all the doorways feel super low because they're not like human scaled. I still think it'd be good for like level creation. Somewhat. C17.
I'm gonna stop. Stop having your arms up out of the socket. That's not cool. Let's
Stop
do
it.
again. The joints in this kit are just fantastic. Oh, and then now the other arm pops out.
Admittedly, it's not like a expensive one, but it's for fun.
He says as if the expensive ones are guaranteed to be better.
Sure. These are
I
like
don't
the
know.
two extremes almost.
Well, so I know how at the beginning of the stream I was like, there's no way I only got that far last time. Yeah, dude. Yeah.
That's kind of the thing with perfect grades.
Well, I think part of it too is just there's so many sheets to flip through
Yes,
constantly.
that too.
So like half the time it's just finding the right sheet, finding the right part.
It would be nice
Stop
if they
falling
somehow
out,
organized them, but oh
Dang
man.
it.
Well, that's what I've been doing as I've been going, is trying to put them in more of an order. And it does tell you at the top of each sheet like what sheets you'll need for the page.
True.
So I should probably just start like pre-pulling those before starting the page. But I've kind of got them laid out now where I need them.
Okay, now
So
it's time to make the
I
Hello
won't
Kitty.
go that far.
I don't need it.
Definitely don't need it.
I mean, I might have like not the hand but the arm core assembled by the time we're done.
I have one arm.
Oh, that's what that. Oh. This set is also strange because a lot of the like white seems to be coated like it has a clear coat.
Oh yeah. So one of mine has like a shiny metal coating, so it makes cutting the spurs really a pain because if you're always gonna have a mark.
Oh yeah. Oh. So you need to color match paint.
Yeah. Or I wish they would at least like do the thing where you have to like cut on the bottom, so like you'll never see it because
You'll
it'll
never.
be a seam.
Yeah.
But
I wish a lot of their sprues were like that.
yeah, they honestly could for a lot of these parts, but oh well.
We'll
There's
see.
probably some balance on how they have to make them.
The amount of articulation in these pieces
Oh.
is pretty impressive.
Yeah, it's insane. It would be cool if that was like a slightly larger scale, so you could actually put in like motors.
Yeah.
Just jam this in here.
Mm-hmm. Do you need like a small hammer?
They should include a tiny mallet
Yeah.
in these boxes.
What is this? A Gundam for ants?
Almost seems like
Yeah.
the Darth Vader.
Yeah. Speaking of Star Wars, that is one of the other kits I want to get to. Is I have one of the Millennium Falcons. They actually have like 2 or 3 models.
What
I've
the
seen.
hell is an aluminum falcon?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm supposed to be able to decapitate Hello Kitty. And
Don't worry, kid. She's fine.
I mean, in the instructions it says to pop her head off.
Yep.
So that's a headless body.
Well, goodbye, Hello Kitty.
Put the cannon.
Okay. So that
Do you need
goes.
another piece? I know her head goes in the
do.
helmet. Oh,
I do.
interesting.
I do.
An adapter.
Ooh.
Well-
Yes, there are 2 extra pieces I did not.
I'm done with one. It's the smallest one possible.
Yep.
Oh, done with one of the screws.
Yep.
Are you gonna be streaming Pokemon again tomorrow?
Mm-hmm.
Same time
Because
tomorrow?
I'm like,
Okay.
after today's stream, I was like, this isn't gonna be a month.
So what you're saying, Logan, is you're preventing me from sleeping in. We're gonna see how it is.
I mean, like, you
It's for your own good.
you don't have to.
My weekends are when I sleep in. I can do what I was.
My body does not let me sleep in.
Oh yeah. I can't sleep in as late as I'd like to anymore. Because I usually get like a headache or sore back or
Yeah, my
something.
body just starts to.
I feel like the portions proportions
Mhm.
of him are weird.
Oh,
His
yeah.
legs are like
Super wide hips.
way different than his
He's
body.
thick, boy.
Damn, boy.
Thick.
Like his arms are really tiny compared to his legs. And so like that's just odd. I'm like, am I missing? I feel like his torso should also be like a lot longer.
Yeah.
But nope.
It might be just the
Gosh,
style of
dang
that
it.
show.
I want you guys to see the neck piece.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like a gourd.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
With some
yeah,
holes in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
When I pulled it out of the PC. Where was
There
it?
we go. Okay. So, okay, interesting. Always like the pieces where it's just kind of like, yeah, just freaking jam it in there until it goes in, even though it's not a smooth fit at first.
Didn't like the position of these.
It's just
Okay, there we go. So now I can put like the neck I have to add to it
You need to make it taller.
Wow.
to be able to fit Hello Kitty's head on there. And when we
wait a minute.
oops, okay, there we go.
Did
That's
you
what
do
happened.
it wrong?
No,
and
no, no.
that's why
It has a joint for these
to go
hip
like,
extenders
up.
and down. So I had them
Yeah.
up,
Oh.
which to me looks like it makes the most
This
sense.
arm is
But
just
then
wrong.
you've got like no arm
right.
movement. So if I move these down, then he does.
Just
Then he
arm.
just has really wide hips. It's
I
okay.
need to just glue this freaking arm on.
It's okay, guys. He just really likes his Taco Bell.
He went all out on arm day. This feels like it needs to be mirrored. I'm not seeing wrong here.
Right, just Hello Kitty without the helmet on
Mm-hmm.
looks absolutely horrifying.
It just, yeah, it doesn't match yet.
No, it's scary. Is what it is. She
I'm
looks
gonna
like
kill
she
you.
looks like Terminator, honestly, to me. Like a cute.
Yep.
Oh God, that's
Oh.
how real Terminators
We
are
just
gonna
like
be.
replace our eyes with our red lights.
There we go.
Okay, I see. So this is gonna go
I love that you
here.
take her bow off of her regular head
Mm-hmm.
and put it on the.
Nice, nice.
It's not
It's
a
an
Hello
important
Kitty
accessory.
without
Right.
the bow.
Oh wow. Like how? How? Okay, I'm gonna have to bust out the tweezers for this.
Okay, I'm just gonna try it this way.
This is cool. Yeah, there we go. There's these interlocks that like permanently join these two sections together, but it's like this piece is
Yeah.
normally like that.
Oh.
So I have to like
Wow.
shimmy that in, and now that's like attached to this, so this whole assembly is solid
Interesting.
because it's like yeah,
So you
it's
can
just
unlock it to bring it
right
out?
to take it apart. Like this tab just slides out, that's
Mhm.
all it is.
Interesting.
But I'm basically like sliding it in so it locks in like that, so it's just like one assembly like that locked together.
I swear I've done a perfect grade and it wasn't this complicated.
You sure it was perfect?
Pretty sure.
Yeah,
I
I don't
thought
know.
this
I'm
one
sure they're
was-
all like kind of different.
They
though.
are. This is again like the OG one too, so they
Right.
put a lot of detail in.
Okay, so H3,
Yeah,
H7, G1.
I haven't finished it, but my other big $300 kit is at home. That's a perfect grade.
Here we go.
Nice.
Let me
You wanna show it to the
Let
camera?
me get the headless torso out of the way.
Camera can see one of them.
Just walk up.
The focus is locked, so you may need to like hold it back a little bit, but yeah.
Yep.
Nice.
It is Hello Kitty.
Hello Kitty in kill mode.
Ugh.
Destroy.
She will
Try.
protect.
I'm now goodbye, Kitty.
Ugh. Dang it, Logan.
Dum, 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 dum.
Here we go. Now let's see it again. And then here's the action. Oh,
Like, why does this?
yeah.
Why
Put
did
it
they?
on there.
Here? Yes! Yes! Oh, this is awesome.
He's so cute.
So I can put the regular head.
He looks super deformed.
Hello Kitty body.
He's really let himself go.
Now I know what nightmares I'm having tonight.
Yep. Terrifying. Oh, I'll give it an apple too.
There you go.
Just to add on the.
Teacher, I have a present for you.
It definitely does not have explosives in it.
Ha 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 ha. Okay, so he's gonna have this huge back piece, I guess, that's gonna maybe like fill in this gap.
Oh.
That makes it look fuller.
Huh.
Didn't cut that.
J2. I mean J1.
Oh, yeah, I did that. So did I tell you about my recent obsession with VTubers?
I think I've already known.
Sure.
Every time I come to this.
I have one
studio,
up.
I feel like you always have one up.
So yeah,
I know you told me that you were watching one where they were playing Phantasmagoria.
yeah. We've done that a few times now.
Like, I don't mind it. It's just kind of weird thinking about who the person is behind the anime.
It's an interesting trade-off. Like, yeah, I can kind of see it from multiple perspectives. But to me, like, the people they pick some good people because they're just fun to watch.
Yeah.
And of course, they're cute anime girls, so it's hard to go wrong.
Well, it's a trade-off because perhaps the person that
They get some.
the person behind that has a great
Anonymity.
personality.
Yeah,
has,
yeah.
You know, great voice for it or whatever.
Yeah.
But they're just not like aesthetically a stream girl. You know, like,
they don't have to do makeup or anything.
Right.
Yeah. So
Or
in
they're
a
just-
lot of
yeah.
ways, it's kind of nice. But plus, they get to do like different outfits, which are fun. They did kimonos for after New Year's.
And they're free. You don't actually have to buy clothes
Yeah.
to wear on a stream.
Well, they do pay the artists. That's the other cool thing is they work with like a lot of manga and like famous artists in Japan.
Oh.
So each one is designed by like somebody pretty well known. So, but yeah, they also have different talents. Like at least with the English ones, like there's a girl that does rap and she has a pretty wide range of music too.
Interesting.
There's an artist who's really good. There's one that's kind of like a salty, kind of like what you expect from like a Twitch streamer, but she's pretty fun. She's even like Jimmy rigged. So like they were supposed to have like, they start with 2D models and they were supposed to have 3D models by now. But, you know, due to global situations, they didn't quite get those yet. So they worked with some people and the VR chat team to like specifically make like areas themed for them. And so they had like their own like chibi versions that they would wander around. They did like a Halloween thing, a Christmas thing. It was pretty fun. But so the big news recently is they're doing a big concert. So the Japanese girls being an idol group mainly, with also streaming, they've done concerts before, but this is the first time the English girls are getting in. And there's also an Indonesia branch. They're getting involved. So this will be like their debut in 3D and singing at a concert. So it'll be neat. I bought tickets. It wasn't cheap, but it's 2 days, and each day is like, yeah, it's like 2 or 3 hours, and there's like 30 people performing. So yeah. Plus, you know, I watch a lot of other streams. I don't give hundreds of dollars like some people do, but this is my way to support them a little.
Yeah, contribute a little.
this now?
Sandrock. This was the first master grade that I'm doing. Who got Talgies? Didn't somebody give Logan Talgies for Christmas?
Don't know. I have a
Shane
tall
and I-
geese that I've built, but it's just like a small one that's in the display
Shane and I
case.
got heavy arms
Yeah.
Yeah.
for Christmas. I'm pretty sure. No, you got Epion.
Yeah, Epion for Christmas.
got
That's what
Epion.
confused me. Yeah.
Right. And then I was like, well, I need to finish out the set by getting Talgies.
Mhm.
Because then we'll have like
Yeah, the
all of
Epion's still
the
over there.
Master Grade Gundam wings. Which is what I wanted to do.
Yep.
Plan is now coming to fruition. Legs are done. Waste of time.
I think that's right.
4:14.
Game time.
It's business time.
It's not pajama time.
Peanut butter jelly time.
And had a slush. South Park episode.
Oh yeah.
Pajama. Pajama time?
Mhm.
Pajama day. Pajama time.
Pajama time. Yeah, yeah. Over and over and over.
Pajama time.
There we go.
Pajama
Yep, yep,
time.
yep.
Pajama time. Oh, hey, what do you know? There's a picture I missed. I am doing that right. However, I'm totally missing a piece in here. J1 and 2-4.
The only thing with this kit is there's a lot more like pressure fit than I'm used to, but they seem pretty secured. This might be a good one to like glue some bits.
Although it's not nearly as much as Shane, my master grade has quite
Yes.
Yeah.
quite a couple.
I mean, if you guys are at a point, we can.
No,
can slow
I
down.
was really just curious. I am good to keep going.
Yep.
What are we even looking for? XA?
It's probably one of the special ones if it's like an extreme letter like that.
Special. Okay, that's H. There's XA.
Savior.
I only need one piece from it. Oh, wait, no, two. Perfect.
Give me some D.
Okay, I get it.
All right, there's a good girl.
There we go. Got a little snapperooski.
Did you ever play Red Dead 2?
No,
No,
There's
I own it.
there's kind of a meme where like whenever you're petting your horse trying to calm it down, it's like, there's a good girl. Calm down, girl. You're a fine girl. He just does that over and over again.
Well, you can. I own it.
I know. I started it.
It's fun. It's just again like you kind of have to play it their way, which bothers me at times. But obviously, it's pretty high quality.
I mean, I played the Red Dead Redemption. And
Oh,
I
I think-
love that. It's one of my most favorite games of all.
Yeah, to me, 2 plays better in some ways, but obviously with 2 they went even further, and so there's a lot to cover.
I love the bugs. From
Oh,
Red Dead
yeah, yeah.
Redemption. Oh,
There's not as much in the second one. They really did polish that one a lot. Yep.
freaking hysterical. Almost as much as the bugs in The Witcher 3,
Oh yeah.
where like Roach would just
Yeah. Be on a building. Or...
just float off into the sky.
Yep.
Hi, buddy.
Better.
I forget. Oh no, that's what it was. So I backed a Witcher board game, which looks kind of cool because you're playing as like different Witchers going after
Oh, nice.
bounties and stuff. But one of the Kickstarter exclusive things I got is literally Roach on top of a roof. So just like a
That's
fun side gag.
incredible.
So
That is incredible.
that'll be fun. We have a lot of board games and a lot coming.
Yes.
Like I just finalized my Borderlands board game last night. That ended up being almost $300.
I also haven't busted out that. Don't you have a League of Legends one?
Yeah, that one's gonna be
Have you
fun.
busted that one out yet?
No.
Because I know it has like a ridiculous.
Well, so I've opened it, but yeah, the mechanics are interesting because you're, in a way, it's like simple programming. So you like lay out what your actions are going to be, and then it plays out. So like you have to like set up your round and plan ahead. But there's like a whole story that goes along with it. So it looked interesting. Yeah, a decent number. We have some with more. Like my Borderlands one's going to have.
Yeah,
50 or
Horizon,
100.
I have like multiple cubes
Yeah.
full of expansions, which are all basically miniatures.
Well, you like
Lands.
you have the giant robot T-Rex, whatever.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, because the miniatures are like to scale, so
Mhm.
there's some really big ones. And they're just really detailed too, which is kind of nice.
He has arms.
Oh, okay. I'm confused as to how this works.
That's an interesting arm. Interesting.
$35. They're 23.
Give me a hug.
That's okay, Mr. Robot. Really, I'm good.
I mean, he doesn't have the knife in his mouth, so I'm sure he's safe.
So I guess semi-game related, but
Mhm.
we mentioned this on the last stream, but another pretty exciting thing that we have coming up is the Steam Deck launch.
Oh,
Yeah.
And I mean, like for the Steam Deck itself, and I think media impressions are coming out soon, as you
Yes.
mentioned, like LTT has theirs. I saw Jeff Grubb has his for review. Like I'm excited about it as just another like games console,
Mhm.
but also like I cannot wait to get it and get the game running on it. And I'm really curious if it is really going to be like 10 minutes.
yeah.
Because we
Honestly.
put so much work into getting like the multi-plat support and the native like Linux support, and we have like
You downloaded
A-
the image.
so we have a right. So I followed their official guide for creating like a VM to kind of target, and I've got it working on there, and like we've started
These are
setting up our
Yeah,
Linux build
so-
process to work on
Let's
multiple
see.
different like
Oh,
distributions.
the knife.
And it runs on our
Looks like
Yeah, so
PC
like
and-
in theory it should just be a matter of like going into the console and running a particular script to pull it down and set it up and stuff and like
Yep.
run it. So I am very eager to
we haven't set up
give
the
that a
game
shot.
in Steam store, right? Because
Well,
in theory we could distribute it through that. too.
we have our application
Okay.
set up in
I knew we had
Steam.
the studio. I forgot if we had to make the game.
No, we have the game.
Okay.
You have to
That's what I
You
thought.
create
Yeah.
like a business entity as part of creating the account, but you have to create at least one application entry to set up.
Sure.
So yes, we have the game. We need to complete the setup for the page.
Yeah.
And it's not public.
Because I figure in theory there
There's
must be, like,
certain
a debug
stipulations
version.
because like there's going to be a bit before we have like a build up there.
Sure. No, I mean, but internally for us, like if we wanted to do, I assume they have like a way to do beta or internal builds. I haven't looked
I
into it.
would need to look into that more because at least surface level, everything I've looked at, I have not seen that.
Okay. Well, either way,
But,
we can still get it
yeah.
on there. It's an open system.
Eventually, we'll have like a early access
Yeah,
version
yeah.
out there. So
Yeah, and most of that's post-release, but it will be pretty straightforward. I think
wait, where did these fins come into?
the main thing we're missing is a lot of menu stuff for PC. and
Yeah,
settings.
some options around like resolution management and
Yep.
just other things that are more common on desktop.
What's the res of that?
The native screen is 1280 by 800. So similar to Switch, just a little more vertical screen space if you want it.
So it's not a 1080.
No.
No.
But I mean, if
It
you
will
like
output
dock
that.
it, it'll happily output like whatever.
It won't play games natively at higher res, but like in theory, it could probably output 4K, but you're not going to want to play games at
Right.
4K.
For like desktop use, though, like
Yeah.
I'm sure it'd probably be fine.
Remind me what Steam Deck is?
It's their like Switch
Okay.
type of thing.
Okay.
Yeah. But it's pretty nice. It's obviously more expensive than a Switch, but it is a equivalent of like a nice
Yeah.
laptop in
Yeah, yeah.
that form factor.
But it's mobile.
Yes.
Yes.
There'll be a dock, but it's mainly
Yeah.
mobile.
It's just a Switch competitor.
It's more
Kinda.
like a Switch Pro.
It's like a
Right.
larger Switch form factor.
plus
yeah.
you have your entire Steam library
Exactly.
on it from like day one, basically.
And
There's
it is
a
a fully
handful-
unlocked PC, so you
Yeah.
can like load Windows if you wanted and do
Yeah.
whatever, but obviously you won't have like a keyboard necessarily. You'd have to use touchscreen, but you can plug a mouse in or a keyboard. I'll be curious if any people like do that, just make it into like a cheap laptop.
Right. Yeah, because I mean, it is more than a Switch, but not by like a lot. The
No.
base model, which is honestly just fine, is $400.
The pricing is very aggressive.
Yes. Like in the gaming space right now, that's a pretty good argument. For,
Well, and the sheer amount of like hardware they crammed into
Yeah.
it is pretty aggressive. Some people still don't like the price, but it's for what's in there, it's pretty good.
Hey, when you say like, well, what's your launch titles? It's like, well, everything.
Almost everything, yeah. They were hoping they have the entire Steam library, but that won't be by launch. They're still working on that.
Okay.
That seems a
That
bit ambitious.
that's a little
Yeah.
bit more full.
They do. Oh yeah, that's better. I think the armor helps fill it out, and like wings and stuff.
the fact that they're even at least setting that as a goal
Yeah.
to strive for, though, is really good because, like, it's putting the pressure on them to work out proper support in their like translation layer over the Linux for
Yeah.
many common
'Cause-
titles.
Yeah, they're supporting that translation layer personally. So. Huh.
There's that. It's kind of cool. You know.
Oh. Okay. Interesting.
This is really funny because, like, I swear it's going to be like the next 2 or 3 Gundam streams. It'll be like, okay, well, I have the arms done.
Yep.
Now it's time for the legs for the next 5 months.
Yep.
No, I don't think it'll be
You
quite that
signed
bad.
up for this.
Oh yeah, no.
no.
I'm
Oh wow, those
down.
are like swords.
What, the hip thing?
The wings.
Oh.
Oh.
So they come apart,
Yeah.
and then there's these hilts, and they stick
Interesting.
in that, and then you can hold it, and then there's swords, or you can combine it, and it turns into a great sword.
Yeah, I saw that on one of the pictures. Is like this massive sword.
It's like
This one fits together funky.
My-
How am I supposed to
where's
do
my
this?
stuff?
I guess I don't ever use these pieces.
Oh my god.
Oh,
So the hands,
It was then.
you know how
realized.
like some of the like master grade hands, they're like pre-jointed,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
they're like splayed out.
Yeah, yeah. No,
Yeah,
this
no.
is individual finger.
Yeah,
joints.
you have to like assemble that assembly.
Each bone of the
Each-
finger.
Each finger and okay.
I think the later ones use like a base flexible part, but yeah, I've heard of that on some of these. This one fits together really weird.
I'm hoping after assembling all of these master grade
Mm-hmm.
Gundams, I'll be able to put together.
There we go.
The trike from Death Stranding
Oh yeah, nice. I forgot about that.
and the giant Eva 13
Nice.
that I have.
No, I killed him.
That Eva 13 is the first Kotobukiya set I've ever had. Not a Bandai set.
Oh, that's right.
So it's supposed to be incredibly detailed.
Mhm.
But which is why I'm like, I don't want to get up. It's so big and beautiful.
There's been multiple really good Eva sets. Is that the white? Did you get the white one?
Yeah, the white one
Yeah.
with the 4 arms
Yeah.
and the 2 lances and
That
the
was
huge
cool.
halo.
Yep.
Oh man.
I assume that's just like one piece, or maybe
It's-
two.
So it's like a transparent film thing that
Mhm.
sticks to the back of it.
Oh,
Right,
interesting.
yeah.
Huh.
It's not physical halos, it's like
Sure.
yeah, like a little plastic film.
Oh,
That's me.
then mine went off. Oh, hey. Circean Studios is streaming. I should check
Yeah.
into that.
Yeah.
I really like those guys.
No way, dude. I really like those guys. Except this one guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a bit.
I mean, I do what I can. 93125. Okay.
Move at 93125.
What is this, Tron?
I guess the one nice thing is the hands on this are a little bit bigger because it is bigger scale. So
Yes.
it's not as tiny as the previous ones.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Can
These
you
are
see that?
these are the
Oh,
figures.
yeah.
Like
What
it's
is
bigger
this,
because
like
it's a larger
Thundercats?
scale.
What the heck? That thing is huge.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
great,
yeah.
It's a great sword.
What the heck?
Isn't it great?
It's like twice the size of the robot.
Yep.
You
It must be
use-
very light.
It's all energy, really.
Uh-huh. Is this? You're going there? Oh, weird.
Hmm.
Yeah, the way this design feels different than some of the other Gundams.
Shirt.
Get in there.
Oh, wait. I'm.
His ankle is assembled. Oh, yeah, nice. That's some good movement. C1. One foot.
Uh, uh, uh.
2 foot. See. I do think it's interesting too how like some of these are literally just mirror copies, but they'll end up being left or right
Right.
sometimes. Yeah.
The ones that come in this kit, I don't think are nearly sharp enough.
I got like a fancy ceramic one, but it ended up being a bad choice because it still doesn't cut these very well.
Right.
That could be good for other stuff, but. EA. EA. I guess we haven't talked about the acquisitions here. We've talked about it a lot internally. Or cryptocurrency, if we want to touch that.
Fortune favors the brave.
No, so I've heard. Brave or gullible, one of the two.
It's not the, what are those things? NFTs?
It is
Right.
NFTs. The whole Matt Damon thing is NFTs.
Oh, is it? I
Yeah.
thought
No,
it
it's
was-
crypto.
Or
Oh,
crypto.
Yeah, it's crypto.
I mean, honestly, they're about the same.
NFTs are- I still don't quite understand.
That's the point.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's kind of the-
So there's a great video. I forget the name of the podcast. I think it's called like something the line. Anyway, this dude did like a great 2-ish hour breakdown
Mhm.
of the whole NFT scenario, and yeah, it really just boils down to
Artificial scarcity.
It is well, no, it is an intentionally obfuscated thing
Mhm.
that exists merely for people in like the upper echelons of success to point to try to aspire to get to these like mega successful billionaire level. And it's all just a bunch of bullshit. It's really just all a bunch of bullshit. And
There's
just
been
in
some-
general, like the whole concept of like enforcing artificial scarcity on
Yeah.
digital goods to me is the most retarded thing, period. Just at a fundamental level, that concept is retarded.
Flawed and outdated.
Did you say
Yeah.
artificial
All
scarcity?
artificial scarcity.
So the whole idea is
yeah.
that you're like wrapping this thing in encryption. And it can be anything, but the most NFTs are like pictures.
Images.
Yeah.
So like they're saying you now own this thing, and we can prove that you quote own this thing, and that you have the original because of the way the encryption works. But of course, it's still just a freaking image. So you can also just like take a picture of it and like now I have your picture. Like it's so dumb. And they literally have things that'll like auto generate like a monkey with 100 different hats and facial expressions. Yeah. And then there's even one recently I heard of where they were starting to sell NFTs of colors. Like you now own this shade of red. It's like, what does that even mean?
Doesn't mean anything.
No.
No, it's all bullshit.
Yeah.
You don't
It's
own
all
it,
bullshit.
No.
actually. You just-
Sure, you can claim you own that one copy of the thing, but that doesn't mean you own all things in perpetuity. Like there's no protections on any of it. And also there's been a lot of cases where like people have realized that their deviant arts have been like ripped off and then sold as NFTs for like thousands of dollars. And now the original artist doesn't get anything, and people are trying to claim they own their art. Yeah,
Yeah, that's not new.
no. This just gives them another excuse.
Well, it's shitty, but
Yep.
it's not new.
Kacha.
For those who were wondering, yeah, we're not at Circean Studios. We're not really on the whole
We're never going to do it.
We're
NFT
not pro
service-based
NFT.
gaming,
Yeah,
uh,
microservices.
microtransactional bullshit. Like we just want to make good
You
quality
just want to make a
content.
game.
You
Good
buy
games,
it, you own
yeah,
it.
you
Mm.
buy it. You can use it, own it. We're all for physical media.
Yeah, we'd love
Like
to do a
digital
physical
is a
release.
great option.
Oh, yeah.
But like digital to the point that there is no preservation, no physical representation, like yeah. Or just moving to cloud or service-based gaming exclusively is not really
No.
our angle.
But now you can play Kingdom Hearts in the cloud on Switch.
I mean, the one caveat I will give Switch is that they just can't run those titles. So like that's
Yeah.
literally the only option they have. But yeah, I'm not going to drop full price for a cloud-based game that I'm not going to be able to play in 5
So
to
many
10 years.
Yep.
That's
going to
bullshit.
become a problem.
Yeah, because it's really just it's still just a
Eventually,
service.
yeah.
It's really just still a service model.
Yeah.
It's just you're
Right.
paying a a full title to get a service for an undeterminate number of years
Right. And then
and then
time.
it's just a long-term rental. Like,
Basically.
yeah, it's bullshit.
Which, I mean, maybe some people that's fine, but that shouldn't be
Yeah.
the norm.
It should
or
be the
way.
only option or the norm. There should be games should not be designed to be on a service
Disposable.
platform. And games shouldn't be engineered to be generating
box.
X playtime
Yeah.
as a mechanism of being able to be successful
Or
in
to tempt
industry.
whales into dropping tens of thousands
It's
of dollars.
just ridiculous.
Yeah, really quick, jumping back to the NFT thing. So Ubisoft was trying to get into it, and I don't know if you heard about the quote,
Into what?
NFTs. So their whole idea is for
I still don't quite understand what the hell it is.
so their idea for their games
Yeah.
is that you will buy a helmet that you can use in like Rainbow Six Siege, and that helmet has like a special serial number printed on it, and you can see that.
In game.
Yeah. And so it is now your version of the helmet with your serial number or whatever printed on it. And they might only make so many. And of course, yours is specialized. Well, the idea is like later down the road, you might be able to bring that into another game and it's still your serial printed helmet. Or maybe you want to get rid of it. You can sell it for money. And that, trades ownership. Like if it's, you want to buy your favorite streamer's helmet that he wore on the big, it's dumb. And it's all stuff you could do now with
Right.
current technology. It has nothing to do with using all this
So
crypto math.
Basically, they get to assign how much value it has.
Kind of.
Like if it's a
Or-
streamer's helmet.
Well, it becomes like a secondary marketplace with real money.
Right.
So you're not just buying the helmet once necessarily. You could trade it around or sell it for real money.
Right.
But like nobody's necessarily going to make money off of that. And again, like the way these are being held on some of these servers, some are third-party services. So if they decide to stop supporting that, all your stuff's gone.
Right.
Like
It
there's nothing you
doesn't
can do.
matter.
Yeah.
And there's never going to be this like cross gameplay thing that they're promising, unless maybe it's within one given company. But even then, like I'm not going to bring my Rainbow Six Siege helmet into like Assassin's Creed. That just doesn't make any sense. So, yeah,
It almost seems like a weird extension of the microtransaction.
it is. It is. It's just a
Yeah.
way to like
Okay.
Try
so
to
I'm not wrong
say-
in thinking.
no,
Okay.
yeah. It's just instead of getting one of anybody's helmet, it would be your serial marked
It will be
helmet.
mine,
Yeah.
my own.
Even though there's still 100 of them, they have different
I
numbers on them. Yeah. So, but what was funny, it came out of this is like Ubisoft's like head of whatever this new research is. Like,
Research.
yeah, it's one of their new groups for this whole thing.
Research.
He was trying to explain on some interview of like,
God.
well, our customers just don't get it, so we just need to explain it to them or whatever.
Oh,
It's like,
yeah, got it.
yeah. It's like it's not more complicated than that. You're not doing us a service. You're just trying to make more money off of this.
Yeah.
So dumb. But
Our
yeah.
customers
Uh-oh.
just don't get it. Well, then I guess maybe you shouldn't
Yeah.
do it.
So the perfect reaction I saw to that is the Principal Skinner, where he's like, "Am I out of touch?" Or, "Oh no, it can't be. It has to be the kids."
No, they're the ones that are. All right, fine. Screw it. The stupid helmet doesn't want to stick.
Your screen went off.
I know.
Yeah, did you know your screen went off?
Don't worry, I already poked him.
Mm-hmm.
Hold this piece and trim this.
Oh, the TV turned off.
Yeah, that's what we were talking about. It's around the corner. If
Or
you-
behind the
or
TV.
Click
that.
your button around the corner.
Or
then-
that.
works.
That works.
Nope. Oh wait, never mind. You got it.
Did it work? I can't tell.
Yeah,
Oh,
it takes a second. It's a little older TV.
sorry, technical difficulties.
Yeah, it happens. We've only been here a few hours.
What can we possibly do without that backdrop on the display?
Then we're
It's
just
very
a
important.
generic Gundam building stream.
You,
No.
won't, you won't know who we are except for all the other branding. Okay. F5.
I'm going to finish these freaking arms before we stop.
Mm-hmm.
Almost there.
3 hours later.
Almost there.
Oh, and yeah, with the whole purchases thing, yeah, in general, we don't like all these companies getting bought by one or two parties, but
Like, I think this, for Activision Blizzard specifically,
Yeah.
they needed a buyout to save the legacy of those
that or
studios.
like a whole management change out, which is not going to happen.
But the whole movement to consolidating the industry down to like basically just the platform holders
giants.
who
Yep.
all want to push the industry in a service-based direction
Yes.
where like studios trying to get off the ground like us are being given like peanuts based on playtime, and that
Yep.
is just what the industry must become because they say so and
Yep.
they have all the power. That is a serious problem for the industry and the community as a whole.
It's already a big problem with like Spotify and music.
Yes, like
If you don't make thousands and thousands of hours of listen time, like you don't
barely
make anything.
make anything. Yeah, and that's the problem. Is like this service-based approach is just kind of a quote unquote sneaky way
Yeah.
for them to reassess the like value payout
Yep.
for them as a platform holder versus the content provider.
Well, and the sad thing is, like, it's almost good for the customer in some ways. It's cheaper.
That's the
but
problem.
It's
It
dangerous
is
long term.
that's the problem is that model, that service-based model is great for the platform holder and it is great for the customer. Things like Game Pass.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What you don't
great
see
deal.
is the fact that these studios are getting peanuts compared to what a traditional release in the traditional model
Or
would
what
potentially
a
be
massive
for them.
studio would
Yeah.
get because they have more players.
So the problem is the content is going to start drying up,
Yep.
or the content is heavily going to be skewed towards engineering games to be designed around playtime. It's basically going to push the mobile game model
Yeah.
into mainstream, and nobody wants that.
Well,
Except for the platform
Yeah.
holders. But the problem is they're going to do irreparable damage to the industry. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Like people are just going to start moving away from gaming in that fashion in general.
Yep.
I guess the only counter argument is I do think that'll open up opportunity for someone who does want to focus on a traditional model to try so.
Mhm.
But the problem is, again, the value to the consumer is still there in the other model. And that's why they love this model, because they know they can sell consumers on it. They know they can have ongoing revenue from a subscription-based model, and they can shell out like a fraction of what they traditionally do to the creators who are providing the content to host on that. So
Because like even us, like our goal is not to become like bought by another company and stuff.
no.
We want to make
Our
our
goal
own.
is to have a
Whoa,
self-sustainable.
whoa.
Oh,
What?
did we not
wait,
tell you?
Wait a minute.
Our goal is to
Where
have
did
a
You
when
mean all this time?
when did I miss that meeting?
a self-sustainable
Oh,
setup
you
where
must have been in California.
Yeah, that must have been.
Seattle, Tyler. All right, sorry. You
no,
continue.
no, that's fine.
No, you're. I
want
I
to hear your opinion.
I
I
did
was
not
just
mean
saying
to-
the goal is to just have what's the term I call it? Like
Fun?
no, I mean that
no,
too, but no,
fun.
an acceptable level of success, meaning
Yeah.
like we don't need to go out here with the goal of making the most money possible
Fun,
and
fun,
constantly increasing our profit margins
Yeah.
and all this shit. We each as individuals participating in the studio have, a certain salary we'd like to earn to
Yeah.
have a comfortable life.
Be able to
And as
travel,
long
have a good
as we
family.
can make that from a community
Yep.
that enjoys our games and we get to continue making the games that we want to make,
Look at that
that
cats.
balance is what we're hoping to achieve. And so, yeah, I wish more people would
Yeah.
pursue their success with that
More
mindset.
focus on making art and stuff that's fun than just pure profit.
Yeah,
Yep.
but
I feel like entertainment industry in general
Yes.
has been on
oh yeah,
that.
yeah.
Movies have been doing it for a while, and
Exactly
yeah,
what I was about to say is an original film.
yeah.
Oh yeah, Good luck with
has
that.
been so
Impossible to come by
Impossible
because
to come
nobody
by.
wants to fund nobody wants to take risks.
No.
No.
Even though all those
The
things started as
publishers
risk.
don't. There are some, again, like
Especially if they can't guarantee that they'll make
Billions of
the
dollars.
money.
Well,
And
and
they know they have IPs that will
Yep.
generate.
I saw a video once on like the shady like accounting practices that studios do.
oh yeah.
Like the funny thing is almost all movies lose money according to the way they calculate it because they can just write a lot of it off but still actually make billions of dollars in other ways. Like merchandise and whatever.
Merchandising.
Where the
Especially
real
if it
money
can-
for the
Exactly.
movie is made.
Especially if it's
It was true back then.
geared toward children.
Yep.
That's multi-billion dollars.
Yep.
Okay, so this says that I should have used, or I could use these pieces, and I did not use any single one of these pieces. So I'm
I've
hoping.
said it once, I'll say it a million times.
There's a chance in the back.
If you have a good film,
Yeah.
why can't you just leave it at that?
Yeah.
Nope.
You didn't need that, did you?
Nope.
Like the first one that comes to mind is Deadpool.
Yeah.
That was a standout original.
Well, it's another one that didn't almost get made. It only got made because the trailer leaked.
There.
Right.
Yeah.
Because, studios were like, no one's going to want to watch this.
Yeah. Too risky. It's
Can't
rated
spend
R.
the money on this. And it was freaking amazing.
Yep.
But why can't we just leave it?
Yep.
Why can't we just, although Deadpool 2 was hilarious.
Yeah. And I guarantee they're working on new stuff. But I've also heard there's been internal conflict of like, they don't want to make it rated R again. Even though that was the best-selling rated R movie. Like,
Exactly.
I don't get it.
But why can't we just leave it
Yeah.
at that?
Well, and
Have a good one-off?
Because it was successful. So
Yeah,
now
you
that
gotta
we
keep
know
doing it.
it's an IP that's going to be successful, we need to milk it for every possible thing that we
And I
can
hate that
to cash in before it loses its relevancy and we move on to the next thing that was
Yeah.
so much.
super successful.
Well, and my other big problem is like I don't think it always has to be about saving the world. Sometimes you can have like simple stories and simple plots and villains and things like that's
Right.
fine.
It doesn't need to be
You don't always need to kill the bad guy. Like
bastard.
Yeah. that's what comics did for years.
Hey, unless it's Marvel
Mhm.
or Star Wars, I don't care.
Which is
A lot of
both
people.
owned by Disney.
Yep.
Well, and that's the thing. So you want to know the direction the industry's going.
Mhm.
Just look at the like visual media in the entertainment industry with Disney and how they literally
Yeah.
own everything and can just do whatever the hell they want with the market, and people keep supporting it. And again, they're making that shift to
Yep.
subscription-based things. It's the sad part is that just there's too many people out there who don't give a shit and want to just pay for it, no matter what that means
Yeah.
for the industry.
Or there's times where like that is your only option if you want to be entertained, unless you want to like go back to books, I guess, or whatever.
Why is that?
Yeah. I think the one saving grace, at least for games so far, for a while now, has been indies. But
But the
I'm
problem,
curious how long it'll
that's my
last.
concern,
Yeah.
is what this consolidation means and the direction that the big platform holders are going to try to steer the market
Yeah.
is going to just dissolve the main way that indies have been able to function and like develop. Because if the expectation of the consumer is like, well, who actually pays for games anymore?
Mm-hmm.
Like if all your market is just going to go on these services and not generally buy anything anymore,
Yeah.
then guess what? Your only choice is to settle for the market. And if, let's say that speculative numbers here, right? I'm not revealing any specifics of a given platform, but let's just say that you had some digital platform where on the traditional model, the platform holder is going to hold, 25% of the sales for
Well,
their
and that's
portion.
pretty good. It can be 30 or more at
Right.
times.
Let's just speculatively say, right?
That's conservative.
But
Yeah.
on the service model, right, you're going to get like 1/100th of a penny per like every
Hours,
5
so many
hours
hours,
spent playing your game
per person.
per person.
Yeah.
And so, like, you know, I mean, you're talking the difference between potentially being able to develop another title if your title does well versus, like, maybe getting peanuts and not being able to continue, like, off of your own thing. Or, again, the only way to be successful is to have to consider playtime and engagement in the design of your game. And then it's not about making a good game anymore.
Yep.
No.
It's just pushing the concept of making profits through design all the way down into the very content you're consuming. It's just
Yeah.
it's
a
not
slippery
the direction
As
we
they
need to
say.
be going.
No.
So, and yeah, I mean, word is there's more major acquisitions
Yeah.
coming, so I'm just like
Well, and it's like you said that you get paid on how many hours. people
it's
play.
fractions of pennies
Right. So
Yeah.
for so many users for so many hours.
Yep.
indie games aren't long games.
No,
Not always, no.
No.
So
Or might only have one playthrough, or
Yeah, that's
you
what I'm
might not
saying.
have
Like, it's
microtransactions to buy stuff. Yeah,
Right.
there's all kinds of factors.
it's just bullshit.
yep.
Well, in a lot of these cases, again, like you don't have an option to necessarily sell directly to customers, or even if you do go through all the effort to do that, it's still really hard. Like most people aren't necessarily going to trust Joe
No.
Schmo's website, get my credit card, whatever.
I think I put this piece in backwards.
Yeah.
And I think that means I'm going to need to disassemble that to get this other piece to sit flush.
Uh-oh.
I
A
think.
lot
They're
of those
getting
are
too
very.
passionate about
Yeah.
something and
No,
flush
this is from way
Oh.
at the beginning of the stream.
Yep.
Yeah. So that's what they meant.
that. I was gonna
Well,
say,
no, actually, I think I can get to this pretty easily, but this is the part that I had to like screw together.
Uh-huh.
So I have to unscrew this one.
Ah.
I was gonna say I had a suggestion for Logan's stream
Mm-hmm.
is, and it's something that he mentioned himself during the stream, is he needs to have a scene where there's like an overlay of confetti,
Yeah, yeah.
and like streamers and stuff,
Mhm.
and like, you know, like the generic bunch
Party,
of kids saying
yeah.
"Yay!"
Uh-huh.
He needs to have a scene like that for like when there's a really long or complex word in the game. He'd be like, "Word of the day!" Woo! Or like today when you were like the 100th, like you got 100 messages on your stream.
No, that's what it was. Yeah, yeah.
Yay!
I thought that was funny too.
Yeah, I've never seen that before.
Uh-huh. I'll just spam it next time.
Well, don't just do it to like do it.
Just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
Yep.
7, 8, 9.
Get banned from the platform.
Right. And I know that like soundboard type stuff is so kitschy.
Well, it can be.
Radio host type stuff.
You
We're
can
like,
do it
"We
just
should- we
fine.
should
I
have
think it
some
can be fun.
stuff
We're
to
talking
make
about
sense."
Logan here, so I
Super
think
serious.
it's on the level.
I think I suggested to Logan that he should get that soundboard,
Mhm.
like the Mortal Kombat soundboard.
Oh, the one that I made. Oh yeah, that would be a good
You
one.
should get that, and then
Oh
have some-
god damn it.
Yeah, have some of those.
Sure, I'm gonna lose.
The only thing is, yeah, be careful of copyright, but
Well, no. That's
Oh, that's
Logan
Logan,
playing
that's right.
Mortal
Logan playing
Kombat.
Mortal Kombat.
God
The
damn
yeah,
that's right.
the
damn it.
Flash one that I made from like years
Long
ago.
time
The
ago.
audio quality is poop, but
Well, because I recorded
Right.
it on my LG Dare.
Yeah, from across the
Yeah,
room.
I was sitting next to him.
Okay,
He
still.
didn't know I was recording.
That's
though.
right.
I just kind of started recording.
but just
and
have
then-
those sound bites on
Yep.
on hand. To,
It'd be like you were streaming for years.
God damn it! And we definitely need to start getting you some highlight clips.
Yeah.
Highlight
Yeah.
reel clips
I mean, that's the
It can
tricky
take a
part,
while.
right? Is like you have to have people help clip stuff for you, and then you have like a clip pool to pull from. Like my Sea of Thieves one, I had a lot to
Yeah.
pull together, but
We should have freaking the night that
Ah,
the
there we
day that we played it, and like the community day when shit was just
Oh,
going
yeah.
sideways. We
Mhm.
should have been recording because the boat was doing weird crap. And
Mhm.
yeah. Dude, it was so weird. It was like gliding
It
sideways.
was.
Like, yeah.
I've never seen the boat like tilt
Uh,
sideways in the water, or just glide without going with the waves or anything.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember if you found out on the stream, but they turned off as part of like load balancing that day, they turned off in-game voice chat.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
Didn't we try to talk in game and
Yeah.
it wasn't working,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
that's why?
Yep.
Yeah,
So they
okay.
found out that as part of the like relief of the servers,
Yeah.
they just shut
That's
off that
funny.
in-game voice chat feature.
It's pretty desperate.
I mean, they were flailing
Oh, yeah.
hardcore.
Yeah.
Yeah, because even the next day, they were still having problems with something.
Look at those.
And then they
cats.
stopped selling the game on Steam for like 2 hours.
Wow.
Because,
Just the influx.
yeah. 'cause
That's
the
pretty sad. We want your money, but please wait.
Please,
Yeah.
I mean, 14 did
yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Where it's like, oh god, everything is burning. Stop buying the game.
I mentioned in our chat, but Square Enix, that did so well for them.
Yeah.
They had to revise their forecast, and it's like their best quarter ever or whatever.
Unsurprising.
Yeah.
I mean, the greatest thing that ever happened was them having an MMO.
Well,
During the time that WoW was dying.
yes. Not to mention, like, the whole story of that thing, of how fucked up it was in the beginning, and, like,
God, it's so
the whole reboot process.
I watched several videos covering
Yeah.
it, and it's
It's funny to me, too, but when people try to compare things to that, it's like, I don't think anything will ever quite be like that.
nothing will ever be like
Yeah,
that.
nothing has gone from that low to that high. Like,
Completely redone.
Yes.
Completely.
yeah.
Well, actually not
They reuse parts.
completely negating
Yeah.
the entire game.
Well, and they made it like part of the story and stuff, which is nuts. But
Yeah.
it was
Yeah,
such a
the-
good turnaround.
The way that they took the old servers
Yeah.
down
Yeah,
to then redo into 2.0.
because they had like the moon that was like crashing down. Or
Download
what-
was
yeah,
coming towards the earth, and
nice.
monsters were like high-level monsters were spawning in the middle of town,
Mm-hmm.
and just
That's-
crazy stuff. Was
That's such a
happening.
good way to end anything.
It is.
Yeah.
It was ingenious, honestly.
Yeah,
But yeah.
because
here
I've been there when they shut off other MMOs, and it's like, yeah, everybody's around, it's sad, bye,
Yeah.
and people started disappearing. It's like, I know, I think there was one where they started. The mods were just having fun. They started spawning things in town, but like high level bosses and stuff.
hell yeah.
But you gotta have fun at the end of it.
Right. Or some bizarre stuff has to
Yeah,
happen,
yeah.
you know?
I'm trying. This piece has to flip. Logan's like, I want to call it, guys. Jeez.
Mhm.
Well, maybe we don't want to, Logan.
Be here all night.
I just don't want to start another one
Uh-huh.
and only get like
Do you know which one you're gonna do
And then
next?
lose place.
You could plan it and look at it.
I mean,
you
it's
have
gonna be
Epic.
one of the ones over there.
Sure. Yeah, Epion will be a nice big kit for you.
Yeah, but it is also a master grade,
Yeah.
so it's gonna have 50 billion screws.
Okay, totally worth it because that's
It's a pretty
meshing
cool kit.
the right
I was
way.
almost thinking
now.
about that one.
All right, I have 2 more pieces.
3 hours later.
Right. All right. While I am finishing these pieces,
Mm-hmm.
we'll start our lead out. So,
Oh,
what the heck is the scene?
the one that says read
No, not that one. Not this one. Yeah, there we go.
Hmm?
It says thanks for watching.
it. Oh, yeah.
So thanks for watching, guys.
Yep. Yeah. Thanks for joining us today and stuff. Did I turn my mic back on? Yep. So I
I
did.
was like, have you been silent this entire time?
So yeah, thanks for joining us on this 3-hour Gundam stream.
They tend to go long.
It could have been 4.
Yeah, we
But-
have nerd talk. We have good time.
Yep. So
There will always be more nerd talk.
we will see you all in a month. So it'll be the 5th of whatever the next month is, March.
March.
Oh, okay.
It's
And-
gonna be the 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
We'll actually start at 2 this time. 'cause
Right.
We'll have
Well,
just-
the stream was running. It
2
just
Central.
wasn't us. Yeah, 2 p.m. Central every Saturday afternoon, the first Saturday of the month.
And if you guys miss out, we always have these on our videos on demand, I think on Twitch, as well as a replay on YouTube.
We're trying to be more active on social media.
So, and yeah, it's pretty much that's pretty much all I got.
Yeah.
So on that note, I will.
Go download. The,
Remember, yep,
Download the beta.
join the early
Right,
access
yes,
program.
yeah, join our early access. You can find us on the Google Play Store if you search Konsui Fighter. You can also check out our website, konsuifighter.com. We have some concept art on there. We have a lot of the soundtrack pieces on there. Like there's quite a bit on our website. It's pretty neat. But yeah, you can buy it cheaper right now and beta, and when the full game comes out, you'll have that. And
And no microtransactions. So
right,
you
yeah.
pay
Right.
once and you get it.
but yeah, I think
Smash that like and
I think
subscribe
I think
button.
that's it.
I like
So
how that's become just such a meme.
anything else before we depart, guys?
I think that's it. Just look forward to beta 1.3, hopefully in the next week.
Cool.
Stay safe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna say that. Yep.
All right.
See you guys.
Bye, guys. We'll see you in a month.